on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy headlines. Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy headlines for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo. Analytics off the chain. All the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Now, we're here for week 3. We're looking forward to some football, but you know what? We got to start off a certain way here. It's a tough day, and we've been watching the chat here for a few minutes before going live, and we've seen it. The fantasy football industry lost a great person today, and in Mike Tagliere. Everybody knows him as Tags, probably over from Fantasy Pros, and he's somebody who I talked to a few times, didn't have a really close relationship with, but somebody who we were all aware of, right? It's tough to lose somebody in an industry that we're all so close with, that you just get used to seeing somebody or hearing somebody. It's tough. So I want to make sure that we start off this show the right way by showing some respect to him and his family. I hate this for them. I mean, I'm praying for the family. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family. To show some more added respect, we're not going to just continue to talk about being about the community. We're going to be about the community. A portion of all the proceeds from this live stream are going to be directly donated to his wife, Tabby. There's a GoFundMe set up out there, and we're going to do our best to try to help out. That's what we're here for. That's what we're going to do, and that's what we're going to continue to do. But as much as we want to be excited, as much as we want to sit here and talk about football, I can't just hop on here and pretend like nothing has happened, because we're not fake like that. It's just not how we roll. It's something that has affected both of us. So Mike Tagliere was a great guy, and I hate that it went down this way. But like I said, thoughts and prayers to him and his family. Kyle, I think are you muted?
No, I'm not
okay,
good.
There you go. But yeah, it's a rough day for sure. Like I said, though, a portion of all the donations that we get on this show are going to be directly going to the family over there. Also want to try out something a little bit new here. So for the first few minutes of this stream, chat's going to be rolling like crazy. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to switch it over to subscribers only here at some point. We want to make sure that if we're talking, we're communicating, at least you're subscribed here to the channel. We want to make sure we're taking care of our own once again. So yeah, we'll switch that over here in a little bit. I want to give everybody an opportunity because there is a little bit of a time delay before you're allowed to actually comment. So we're going to switch that over here pretty soon. But a lot of people in the chat, we already have 543 viewers, 133 likes, got some super chats in there. If you've left them already, we will get to you 100%. If you leave a super chat donation, it will be answered here during the show. So don't go anywhere. A lot of people already in the chat as well. Kyle, throwing out the prayer emojis out there, and we really appreciate that. I mean, this is something where I'd like to be able to send some screenshots and just say, hey, you know what? Headliner Nation is behind you as well. So thank you very much for doing that. We greatly appreciate it. We're going to get into week 3 and help as many people as we possibly can here, setting some lineups, answering some questions, try to make it as fun as possible, right? I mean, we can't just sit here and act like nothing's going on, but 100% looking forward to hanging out with you guys here tonight. So do us a favor, hit that like button. Let's get more people in here so we can really send a good donation over to that family. And yeah, we'll head over to the chat here. Really appreciate it. A lot of people throwing out some prayer emojis. Love to see all that. That's what it's all about right there, is coming together as a community. Sure, a lot of people, and I'll just say this real quick. A lot of people want to look at, oh, you guys are competitors. Let me just be clear about that. When it comes to being on YouTube, there's more than enough for everybody to find success. We're not here to try to bury somebody else, to make somebody else look bad. There's no competition when it comes to stuff like that. It may look like it on the outside, but we're all here for the same thing. We want to have fun playing a game. So even though there's another channel out there for them, that's fine. That doesn't affect nothing in our mind. It's bigger than just the game, right? This is when life gets involved, and yeah, it's tough. 100% really tough to talk about, to deal with. But we wanted to make sure that we showed our respect here to begin the show. Let's see here. First thing I got up in the chat here is just a dude man. What's going on, dude? Thank you for continuing to follow along here. Says, my other backs are Mixon, Monty, and Singletary. Unfortunately, I have nothing before that. Now, I don't know if it's because it came earlier than that. Dude, you can leave something here in the chat, and I will look for it as it goes by. But all your question says here is my other backs are Mixon, Monty, and Singletary. Daniel Sanchez says, thanks for answering my first question. If you guys are leaving questions super early, we won't get it. It just doesn't show up there. I know our moderator, Anna, was trying to get as many of them as I can. So put them here in the chat, and we'll continue to look for them there. Judd Smith throwing out a donation. We appreciate that. Garth,
I was looking for just a dude man's comment, but I can't. It's not letting me go back far enough.
Yeah, I can't go back far. If it comes too early before we even hop on, it kind of clears it out for us. Garth Drake says, if D-Hop is out tomorrow, I need a wide receiver and a flex. Justin Jefferson, Bobby Trees, J. Rob Gaskin, Tim Patricks, and Rondell Moore. I mean, if Justin Jefferson is an option, I mean, I don't see why I personally wouldn't go with Jefferson. Bobby Trees, I know, has disappointed as of right now, but honestly, I don't expect D-Hop to miss. This is something that's happened with him a lot before. This guy just doesn't miss games very often. You have other options if you need to, as Jefferson and Trees, but I think D-Hop's going to play for you.
I did just turn subscribers mode on.
Okay.
So subscribers mode on. If you're subscribed to the channel, it won't affect you all, but if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And over the next 10 minutes, it will let you start hopping in there. And it reset I think it just reset my viewer activity because of that. Did it reset yours?
No, I still got it here.
All right. You're going to probably have to take it for a while, though.
That's fine. We'll get up here. We go to Avi Velasquez. Says 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Got Dalvin, James Robinson, Pollard, Sermon, Jefferson, Chase Davis, Deontay Johnson being out killed me. Yes, Deontay Johnson will not be in the lineup this week. So for your 2 running backs, if Dalvin Cook plays, you can't sit him. You know what I mean? He's going to have to be out there for you. For your running back 2, you got to go between Robinson, Pollard, or Sermon. I mean, all of those guys are hit or miss, boom or bust. Personally, if I had to take a risk, it doesn't say if this is PPR or not, but if it is, I'm going with Tony Pollard in hopes that they kind of utilize him more out of the backfield with the injuries to Michael Gallup not being out there, plus Amari Cooper not being 100% either. For your 2 wide receivers, going Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, because it also sounds like there's not going to be T. Higgins either. So without T. Higgins, more targets going the way of Jamar Chase, and then you have a flex spot there that would be between J-Rob, Sermon, or I'm guessing Mike Davis is the other choice. And man, as of right now, I mean, Kyle, are you even taking a chance on Trey Sermon this week? I mean, he may be the only healthy guy. And that's why I say that. I don't love it, but there's not going to have a whole lot of other options there in San Francisco.
No, I mean, with Trey Sermon, if you need him as like a flex, I'm fine with that. I'm probably not going to start him over several other RB2s that I could probably have in there. But, you know, when you got a guy that has so much opportunity for potential volume this year. It's hard not to. Anna just sent me the question from Just a Dude Man that was at the beginning.
Okay.
Needed help at wide receiver. Traded Kamara. Don't trust that offense this year. And Corey Davis for CeeDee Lamb and Gaskin. Thoughts? To me, Just a Dude Man, that's a little bit too reactionary right now, even though the offense hasn't been great. He is, I mean, Alvin Kamara was a top 5, top 6 pick. And really at this point, you got him for some guys that went in the 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7 range. So I don't love it. I mean, obviously, if CeeDee Lamb balls out, that's great. And then I don't know. He said his other running backs were somebody in that message earlier, so I don't remember who that was. But even depending on who those
Mixon,
were,
Monty, and Singletary.
Yeah, that's still not enough for me. I would have rather have kept Kamara there.
Okay, perfect. Let's see here. Archangel, appreciate you out there. Says the flex in a PPR league. Should I go Jamar Chase with T Higgins out or go Sterling Shepard, the number wide receiver target, and Falcons number corner? I don't know what we're going here. AJ Terrell in the concussion protocol. So basically, it's just Sterling Shepard or Jamar Chase. Sterling Shepard's been playing great football, Kyle, but there's also that chance that Evan Ingram comes back and that Kenny Golladay is going to be good. So personally, with no T Higgins, I'm probably going Jamar Chase there.
Yeah, Jamar Chase has the potential for a huge day with no T Higgins. He's going to get all those deep targets.
Going deep. Ryan Vogel out there celebrating his 2 months of being a member. Says he's a third-year headliner, though. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, Ryan. Let's see here. Neon Gamer 0405. Should I start Gaskin, Osborne, Slayton, or Michael Carter? Man, out of those options, it's going to be between Gaskin and Michael Carter for me. We know there's no Tevin Coleman. Michael Carter this week, I mean, I want to say he's trending in the right direction, but he's got a difficult matchup going up against Denver. So that's where I'm struggling. I'm probably still leaning the way of Gaskin here this week. And let's see what Michael Carter does after at least another week or two before we start to make any decisions on throwing him in a lineup.
Yeah.
Andrew Silva. What's going on, Andrew? Says non-PPR, Rondell Moore or Pittman, and then Ruggs or Pollard as a flex. So if it's between Rondell Moore and Pittman, it's a non-PPR league, so I may just kind of gamble a little bit here, Kyle, and go with Rondell Moore, that maybe if DeAndre Hopkins is limited somewhat, that they found themselves a playmaker in Rondell Moore that they can get him the ball so many different ways. So I look like you agree, but I'm going to go Rondell Moore at that first one.
Yeah, I know I'm going to go with him too. Definitely more big play upside. And then I'm feeling that a lot more. And then we don't even know who's starting yet at quarterback for the Colts.
Yep, that's a question. And the other part of it was Ruggs or Pollard as a flex. Being that it's a standard non-PPR league, I'm probably going to gamble and try to shoot for the big play and go Henry Ruggs.
Yep, same thing.
OEG official, what up out there? My friend says start one, Gaskin, Debo, Sanders, or Devontae Smith. Only picking one out of Gaskin, Debo, Sanders, or Smith.
Smith?
Devontae Smith.
Okay.
I don't... Oh, man, I hate to sit a couple of these guys. I mean, I think Miles Sanders may be the safest floor option for you if you want to gamble a little bit more. I mean, Debo has been playing absolutely great. And if the Green Bay offense can continue to put up some points and build off the momentum of last week, they're going to have to throw more in San Francisco, which is more more Debo Samuel. So, yeah, 100%.
Debo Samuel, to me, has more upside. I've got him pretty high up in my rankings this week. I've got him all the way at number 12. I think the way he is utilized is kind of similar to what they did with Quintez Cephas last week for the Lions. They were able to move him a little bit and take him out of different positions, which allowed him to get into some mismatches and get away from Jair Alexander. I think they do the same thing with Debo this week.
Also have some breaking news coming across as of right now. The Colts are planning to start Carson Wentz. So Carson Wentz planning to start. Remember, though, the guy's got like dual sprained ankles. Do not be surprised if he's somewhat limited or if they get re-aggravated. If at any point in that game he's got to come out. I don't think too many people are relying on Carson Wentz, but that could hurt the potential upside of a Michael Pittman or somebody here this week.
Yep.
Let's see here. We're at Joe P. Hooper or Goddard for half PPR flex? Tight end whisper to us. Hooper or Goddard?
Well, it was Goddard, but I did actually see just a little bit ago. Now I remember the question coming up. Zach Ertz is expected to be active tomorrow. Now he had his 2 back-to-back negative tests. So even though he went on the COVID list, he's expected to come off for tomorrow's game. I like Hooper this week. Goddard probably has a little bit more upside, but I would expect Hooper to have a safer floor. I've still got Goddard barely ahead of Hooper, but it's very, very close. I've got Goddard at 12 and then Hooper at 14.
Yep, pretty close right there. Let's see here. Next up, just a dude man sending a $10 donation for the Tags family. 100%. If you missed the start of the show, a portion of the proceeds of the donations here tonight, we're going to send directly to the family of Mike Tagliere. So I greatly appreciate that support there. Just a dude, man. King Sosa says, what's going on, guys? My running backs are Chubb and Najee. Okay. Wide receivers are A.J. Brown and Amari Pooper. Okay. Worried about Pooper a little bit. Would you flex CEH, Pollard, or Bobby Trees? Love y'all. How confident are you with Amari Cooper, Kyle? Are you worried to the point to where you put in Bobby Trees over Amari Cooper because we're worried about the injury concerns, or no?
I'm probably running with Cooper. Everything I've seen so far says that he is going to be good to go. That, yeah, he does have a rib issue, but it is not expected to be an issue come Monday, right? They play they're not Sunday. Yeah, they're Monday night.
Monday.
For a second I was thinking they were Sunday night. Green Bay, San Francisco, Sunday night. So I'm still going to run with Cooper. I mean, unless something were to come up tomorrow out of nowhere, it sounds like he is going to play. And when you only, he's still getting targets.
Yep. And I'm going to say this. I don't even know if this fits your situation, King, but if you're able to put Amari Cooper in at your flex and then maybe start Bobby Trees in your wide receiver spot. So that way, if anything happens between now and then and there's a setback for any reason, you still have Tony Pollard on Monday night that you could throw into your flex spot if needed. If something happens last minute, you have that option still, just something to think about.
Hey, Miami Style just mentioned he can't see his super chat that he tried sending through. Miami, I don't know if we have gotten it yet or not. I can scroll through here and take a look, but it might take a few minutes to show up. So just keep an eye on it. We will get to all of them, though. There's a lot of them, so it's going to take us a few minutes to get through them.
Yeah. There's quite a few that a lot of people are wanting to show some respect and some love to Mike Tagliere here. So I'm sure we're going to get to it. Really, we're going to try to go through them as quick as we can, but we want to make sure we show that respect. Yeah. Ryan Vogel, appreciate you, my friend, says Herbert or Jones. So I'm guessing this Daniel Jones. Isn't that crazy to even think about? Here it is, week 3, and we're debating between Daniel Jones and Justin Herbert. I understand it. As of right now, it sounds crazy, but I actually have Daniel Jones a couple spots higher than Justin Herbert just because of the matchup alone this week. I don't understand Daniel Jones because there's some weeks where the guy looks like he is a all-pro quarterback, world's fastest man, 100-yard rusher, and then the next day the next week he's got like no idea what's going on, and it's a headache because I want to say Daniel Jones this week, but I hate sitting Justin Herbert.
My concern is that a lot of people are on the Daniel Jones bandwagon now, and I don't blame them. I get it. He's off to a good start. And you and I talked about it a lot this offseason. If he could take a step forward, he would be the key to unlocking this offense 100%. But so much of his fantasy production has come on the ground so far. It's hard for me. He's got a rushing touchdown in both games. He ran for 95 yards last game. Other than that, though, he's thrown for 267 yards and a touchdown and 249 yards and a touchdown. So right there, 12, another 2, 14, almost another 10, almost 25, depending on your league, about 25 some odd points from his production this year has made him from running.
Yeah.
So what happens if all of a sudden we go out there and he doesn't get a rushing touchdown or he doesn't run for 20, 30, 40 yards? If offenses key in on that is something that concerns me a little bit with Daniel Jones. So I get it. I understand why people are excited about him, but if you take away those 25 some odd points, now you're looking at a guy that's more around QB 20 than QB 5.
Yep.
So it would be a dramatic drop.
Yep. Especially if we start seeing the improvements of Saquon Barkley, where he gets a little bit more rushing volume, just takes it away from Daniel Jones. So with Herbert going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, could be a shootout potentially. Like I said, right now I have Daniel Jones a little bit higher in my rankings, but just be prepared that you could be in for a world of hurt if the rushing just disappears. Hoping it doesn't, but we'll have to wait and see. Lucas Indall. Should I start A.J. Brown over Hopkins since he's dealing with an injury? Wow, the fact that you have A.J. Brown maybe sitting on your bench is great. Personally, though,
What kind of team do you have?
you're absolutely stacked, 100%. Now, Hopkins, I believe, is going to play. Like I said, we've seen this a lot from him in the past. I believe he plays in a great matchup against Jacksonville. How much do they need him against Jacksonville is the question. Now that you have A.J. Brown going up against the Colts, with Carson Wentz starting, maybe that game's a little bit closer. I don't hate A.J. Brown over Hopkins if you're worried and just want to play it a little bit safe.
They're both 1:00 games too, so keep an eye on it. Honestly, if they say Hopkins is a go, if Hopkins is on the field, I'm playing him.
Yep, agreed.
If he's not, then obviously we put A.J. Brown in instead, so you're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Yep, 100%. Andy Garcia, welcome to Holding Chubb, a new member out there, my friend Jeff Edwards. CEH or Rondell Moore as a flex in a standard league. Being that it's standard, I'm probably going with Rondell Moore in that big play ability in that offense against a great, matchup with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We just talked about DeAndre Hopkins being somewhat limited. Personally, I'm going Rondell Moore there. Mr. Punch with a donation to the Tags family. I appreciate that. Same from Scott Gunge. Sorry, Scott. I can't ever remember how to say your last name. I am a horrible, horrible person at this point. Ryan Harp with a donation to the Tags family. Greatly appreciate that as well, Ryan. Robert Folsom. Totally traded Gibson. I got AB and Miles Sanders. Please tell me it'll all be okay. P.S. Sermon
Wait, I'm sorry. Traded Antonio Gibson for who?
Antonio Brown and Miles Sanders. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's like, I think you're going to be okay, but I don't know what the rest of your team is for starters. I don't know if you even needed Antonio Brown. Was it worth it? Is he just going to sit on your bench and you downgraded running back? That part I don't know. Yeah. That all depends, but you have Sermon or Pollard, both primetime games. If I had to choose between both of them, I'm going to take the guy that I've actually seen in an established role in the offense, and I'm going to go with Tony Pollard first. It's LJ. That's right. That's how it is. LJ says, "What up, fellas? PPR need a wide receiver 2 and a running back 2 and a flex out of Woods, A-Rob, Harris, Sermon, and Shepard. Waiting on the Darrell Henderson, DeAndre Hopkins news also. So a wide receiver 2 out of Woods and A-Rob. I'm going with A-Rob in his first start there with Justin Fields this week. I'm going to give it a shot and hope that Justin Fields relies on Old Faithful there, Allen Robinson, for your running back 2 between Damian Harris and Sermon. I think Damian Harris is just safer at this point. I love Trey Sermon, and we talked about it all offseason, how there's going to be a point where he takes over part of this backfield, which is good. But is it going to be all of a sudden just a huge explosion on the first day? I got to see it a little bit first. So I'm going with Damian Harris there. And then for the flex, it's between Woods or Shepard. Who do you got higher this week? Kyle, Woods or Shepard? Which way are you going?
Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I've got Shepard higher than Woods. Yeah, I do. I've got Shepard at 18. I've got Woods further down. I've got him like 27 right now. Yep. I'm not a decent week. I mean, you're still going to start him as a wide receiver 2-3 if you have him. I think there's just some upside to have some players with a little bit more upside.
Right. Joe P with the donation for the Tags family. Appreciate that. Miami Style, also a donation for the Tags family. Really appreciate it. Huh?
He was the one that asked a few minutes ago about it. That's his comment right there.
There it is. I told you we'll get to a lot of people showing some love out there for the community right now.
And I've seen a few people ask about it. If you've sent a super chat, we're going to get to it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lot right now. We're giving a little extra attention to them tonight. Don't worry. Jake's going to let it flow at some point in time. We're going to get through lots of questions. I think we got to get warmed up a little bit tonight. We just got to get the blood flowing. Got to get into it. So hang with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're not taking any breaks here. W&J, the Sports Addicts, says, rest in peace, Tags, of course. Flex, A-Rob, Kareem Hunt, Chase Claypool, or Javonte Williams. Am I crazy for liking Claypool maybe a little bit too much this week, Kyle? Am I drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit too much with no Deontay Johnson?
Not with Deontay Johnson being out. No, I've got because I'm trying to remember. I think I may have had, or maybe I didn't. I can't remember. It's been a long week. At one point, I think I considered having Claypool as a sit, but I think I actually ended up starting him. But now that definitely there's no Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool is going up for me. I mean, he's got a much higher upside at this point than Juju, I believe.
Now, do you think his upside is higher than an Allen Robinson this week?
Yes.
So if you had to choose between Claypool and A-Rob, you're going Claypool.
If I needed the upside, yes.
If you want to play it safe, you're going to go Allen Robinson. You want to get that upside, then you go with Chase Claypool.
Yeah, because I've got Allen Robinson at 25, and I have got Chase Claypool. He was at 27. So I'm going to, tonight, tomorrow morning, reevaluate that a little bit. But to me, Claypool has a much higher upside going up against Cincinnati than what Allen Brown does, or Allen Brown. I've got him next to Marquise Brown. So what Allen Robinson does against Cleveland.
Yep. All right. So we got that there. Max Skills, see you out there. Appreciate you also sending a donation. Wants to make sure he sent something out there for the Tags family as well. LEH90. Hey,
I'm
guys.
caught up now, by the way.
Huh?
I'm caught up now.
Oh, perfect. Hey, guys, says, I got CMC down with an injury. Yeah, that absolutely sucks. But I have Antonio Gibson and Damian Harris. Am I good with them, or should I try to trade for someone else? I don't know what you're going to trade away to get anything any better. That's
I would
the
wait.
problem. Yes.
Because what are they saying right now? 3 weeks?
For CMC? Yeah, right around there.
Right around 3 weeks. So there's still a possibility that we get him back at this point. And I'm still not labeling Christian McCaffrey as a high injury risk type player. Yes, he was hurt last year, and yes, he's been banged up this year, but this is also a guy who was never hurt all the way through college up until now. So for me personally, I'm going to hold out with CMC for right now. It's not like you're going to get much for him anyway. And just imagine if he comes back and he's good and he plays the rest of the season and you've got him, Gibson, and Harris, you're going to be set. So just hold for right now. And if you really want to make a trade, potentially trade him after he comes back and has a good game or two.
Yep. Agreed.
I'll hop in here for you a little bit. Sean B with the 10 bomb. Rip Tags, praying for him and his family. Appreciate that donation there, Sean. Jacob Cloth with the 1 bomb. Anna with the 50 bomb. The nation supports humanity above all else. Armand, 100%. Anna, perfect words there, Anna. Thank you so much for the tremendous donation. And the gamer, or Ing the gamer, J-Rob or Sermon as RB2. Honestly, with how J-Rob's been utilized, I would risk it with Sermon over him this week.
Probably, because at least we know that there is a potential ceiling with Sermon. With J-Rob, we know that there's hardly even a floor. So that's where you take that gamble. I hate that because I love James Robinson, but Urban Meyer apparently does not.
And then full PPR, Devonta Smith or Pitts in the flex. He's got AJ Brown and Sutton starting. I'm going to go with Pitts there.
Part of me thinks it's Pitts week, and I don't know why. I can't tell you why. Like, I just feel like this is a good opportunity for Kyle Pitts to be kind of force-fed because they got to get this passing game going and be more consistent.
Rob F with the 5 bomb, sending some prayers over. Appreciate you, Rob F. Thanks so much. Judd Smith sent one earlier, but sending another to help the family more. You're representing Tags and his family perfectly. Thank you, Judd, for that dono. Kaveh Fath becoming a member for the fourth month here on Hole and Chubb. Need an RB2 and a flex in full PPR. I have Henderson, Sermon, White, Carter Boyd, Shepard, Chark. Thank you. An RB2 and a flex. Well, we don't know about Henderson yet. Henderson is going to be a game time decision. What time does Henderson play? He plays.
He's in the later afternoon, I believe.
He plays at 4:25. Yep. So you do with Sermon being there. I mean, I would roll with Jake. Do you go White over Sermon?
Being that it's full PPR, I think that I go the way of James White in New England going up against the Saints. We've seen him get right around 6 targets a week the past couple of weeks, so I think that he's probably the safer option only because it's full PPR.
Yeah, and then I'm okay at that point going with Shepard as your flex again since it's full PPR. Art Forum 74 full PPR have Shepard, Boyd, Javonte Williams, Gaskin, Singletary need 2 flexes. Condolences to his family. Appreciate that note there, Art. So full PPR. I'm going to go with Shepard and Boyd there, because I just think their upside this week. Javonte Williams has really good upside, but how, like, when's he going to take over? Like, if this is the week, obviously great, but if he hasn't taken over, he doesn't have that great of upside. And I just like upside for Shepard and Boyd more than Gaskin and Singletary.
This week, 100%. I think Williams' time is coming. I just don't think it's over those guys just yet.
Yep. Ryan Vogel with the 50 bomb. Appreciate you, Ryan. Thanks so much. Keep up the good work, gentlemen. Love the channel. Love you, Ryan. Wide receiver question. Full PPR. Pittman, Parker, or Chenault? Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with Pittman here just because I'm not trusting Parker with Jacoby Brisket this week. And Chenault's ceiling is really, really low right now.
That's the hardest part, but it's a gamble also for Pittman. Don't think that Michael Pittman is a safe start here either. We're really hoping that he finds the end zone in order for that to be helpful for you here this weekend.
Jeffrey Foote, please help. Pick one, flex, full PPR. Cole Beasley, Kenyon Drake, or Mike Davis, and full PPR. It's Beasley for me.
Yeah, 100% in full PPR. Plus, it's not like we're getting a whole lot out of Drake or Davis right now anyway. And now that Davis is splitting with Cordero Patterson for the most part, yeah, give me a case of the Beasles here this weekend.
Nathaniel Broska with the 5 bomb for tags. Appreciate you, Nathaniel. Thanks so much. Brady with the $5 donation. Need 2 wide receivers in a standard league. McLaren, Debo, Allen Robinson, or Ron Del Moore. For me, it's McLaren and Debo this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough matchup for McLaurin going up against Buffalo. It's a tough spot for him, but he's getting force fed the ball with Heineke there under center. So I think that's probably a good mixture of safety and upside between those two guys.
Mr. Punch becoming a new member here on Hold and Jub. Appreciate you, Mr. Punch. Welcome in. Llama 2071 with the 10 bomb. Sending some prayers to Tags and his family. Thanks, guys, for acknowledging him. Llama, appreciate you with the donation. Nick Glover, trade away Gibson for Sanders and Robinson in a PPR league. I'm assuming it's Allen Robinson. I mean, I don't hate that, getting Allen Robinson back, especially if you are having issues at wide receiver. If you're already deep at wide receiver, then no, I am not.
That's the whole thing. If you don't need that receiving help, then I don't do that.
Yeah. Tommy Theologist with the 10 bomb. Rip Tags. Appreciate Headliner Nation showing respect. Appreciate you, Tommy. Thank you so much. Mason Ruthier, just a little bit to help out Tags. He's a great writer and a great guy. I'm going to miss his personal stories from his primer intros. One of the only analysts I enjoyed reading and watching. Mason, thanks so much for the support. Aldwin, Parchment, Standard, PPR, need 1 flex. The starters, Henry, Eckler, Allen, Godwin. Flex options, McLaurin, Robinson, Barkley. Who should be in my flex? Who to replace? So if your flex options are McLaurin, Robinson, Barkley, I'm probably going to go ahead and toss in Barkley there. If you're looking for a little bit more upside just because of the start that he's gotten off to, then it's McLaurin instead.
Yep.
Homestar
Hobo.
Homestar Runner. That is from back in the day. Oh my gosh.
What's that from?
It's like it was a website that you could play games on back in the day.
I did not know that.
Homestar Hobo with the 10 bomb, half point, PPR wide receiver, pick one. Pittman, Christian Kirk, KJ Osborne, or Cephas. Thanks, guys. I have Pittman the highest, I believe, this week.
Not going with your Lions guy there with Quintez Cephas? Not feeling the Lions' love against Baltimore?
No. Not feeling it.
Perfect.
Me personally, Pittman's going to be my pick there. I think he's the highest.
Okay.
If for some reason Hopkins is out, then it's Kirk. If Hopkins is out, then it's Kirk.
Okay, that makes sense.
Nathaniel Brosco with another 5 bomb. Green, Gainwell, Pittman, Connor, Carter. Choose 2. Yikes. I'd probably go with Carter as 1. Knowing that he's going to get the majority of the touches.
Yeah.
Pittman is the other one?
Probably. I mean,
that's a tough one.
I'm guessing that's AJ Green as well. I mean, he could see some added volume if Hopkins is limited, but once again, they're going up against the Jags and they may not have to throw for all 4 quarters, so that's a problem. Yeah, probably go Carter and Pittman and cross my fingers.
Tyler T with the 2 bomb. Hooper or Ingram in a full PPR. Hooper. I'm not throwing Ingram out there.
Nope.
Number week 1. Jacob Jenkinson with an RIP to tags. Thank you, Jacob, for the 5 bomb. Tannehill safe to start or stream Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones probably has a little bit higher upside this week.
Probably
maybe?
a little bit higher. I
don't know if I could do that though.
I mean, as of right now, I have Daniel Jones ranked higher than Tannehill, but it depends. Who do you have to drop to pick up Daniel Jones? Like, I don't want to drop Tannehill to pick up Daniel Jones.
Oh, did you say drop?
No, but he's going to stream Daniel Jones. So it all depends on. I would assume
Tannehill. That would mean he's on the waivers right now.
I would think so. It just depends, because I think Tannehill is still underrated in 2021 and is going to bounce back and be what we've seen there in Tennessee over in recent history. So I wouldn't drop Tannehill to go with Daniel Jones. If you have somewhere on the bottom of your bench and you want to do it this week, I don't hate it.
I mean, Indianapolis has given up the 6th most fantasy points to wide receivers so far. So we know they have some trouble covering the wide receivers. And if Jones and A.J. Brown are going to be open during the day,
yeah, exactly.
Tannehill's probably a little bit safer than Jones.
Yep.
John Ohanian with the 5 bomb. Thanks for all you do, fellas. John, thank you. Half PPR. Need a flex. OBJ, Javonte Williams, Edmonds, or Jamar Chase?
I mean,
yikes. Some really tough ones this week, man.
That's tough. I'm probably going with Jamar Chase, being that there's no T. Higgins more than likely here this week.
Yes. That's going to have the most upside for me.
Yep.
Dakota Owen, Higgins, Pittman, Gaskin, or Cephas for my flex. Well, Higgins is expected to be out.
Yeah, he's doubtful.
He is doubtful at this point. So for me, I probably go with the running back here, hoping for as many touches as possible.
Yep. Give me Gaskin there and cross your fingers.
Goat Man with the 5 bomb. Danny Jones or Herbert. I have Barkley and Shepard on my team. Man, a lot of people I feel like want to give up on Herbert already.
I'm not giving up. I am not giving up on Justin Herbert. Not at all. 100% no. He hasn't played bad. He just hasn't found the end zone a lot. But now with like the insurgence of Mike Williams, that's only going to raise his potential ceiling, because he didn't have that really last year.
And this is a new offense.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a lot riding on the Giants right there. If you go Jones, Barkley, and Shepard, that's a lot riding on one game. And if the Giants come out and struggle for any possible reason against Atlanta, you've lost your week. I probably personally switch it up and go with Herbert, and then if you got Barkley and Shepard in your lineup.
Yep. Daniel Sanchez, love the headliners. Daniel, love you. Help with my flex in a full PPR. Sermon, CEH, and Madison if Dalvin Cook is out.
100% if Cook is out, I don't mind Madison.
It's Madison.
Yes.
It's Madison if Cook is out. If not, then it is CEH for me.
Yep.
Also, Woo Pig, go Razorbacks. We own Texas.
Wow.
Piff with the 5 bomb. Appreciate you, Piff. Ryan Gilbert with the 2 bomb. Start 2. Hopkins, Julio, Godwin, and Chase. First off, you need to be able to start more wide receivers.
Yeah.
If that's who you've got sitting on your bench,
or trade one
on a weekly basis.
Yeah. Because that's
gosh. So if Hopkins plays, it's definitely Hopkins for me.
Yep.
And I've got Godwin pretty high this week, because I am not convinced that Jalen Ramsey is just going to be sitting on Godwin the entire game.
Me neither. Not the entire game. So no. I probably would go Godwin, Hopkins and Godwin. If Hopkins does not play for any reason, I'm going with Julio. I'm going with Julio and Godwin there. Not that I don't like Chase, but I think Julio, we've seen A.J. Brown struggle a little bit. Could Julio be the new alpha in Tennessee? Entirely possible.
The one thing, too, about Jalen Ramsey, because someone was like, oh, Jalen Ramsey's played a majority of his snaps. He has played a majority of his snaps in the slot. But you have to remember, too, against the Bears, he followed Allen Robinson. So if Allen Robinson was in the slot, so was Jalen Ramsey. And then versus the Colts, they don't really have that wide receiver one. So he was kind of going back and forth between Pascal and Pittman. I think he was mostly around Pittman, if I remember correctly, but I can't for sure. Actually, probably Pascal, now that I think about it. So, I mean, is he just going to necessarily sit in the slot this week? No, because he's not going to be able to just go. He's probably going to be on one wide receiver. And if I had to guess, he's going to shadow Mike Evans this week.
I could see that as well.
Yep. Rob with a 5 bomb, but retracted the message. Don't forget, if you send a super chat, please don't retract the message. We will get to all of them. No worries. Alex O'Such, I need to start 3. Mixon, Gibson, Harrison, Sermon. That's Mixon, Gibson, and Harris for me.
Mixon, Gibson, Harris. Yes, 100%. Not going Sermon over those guys.
Yep. Garrett Headworth with a 10 bomb. Hey guys, love your videos. Love you, Garrett. Appreciate it. For need 2 wide receivers and a flex spot. Mike Evans, Sutton, Pittman, Chris Carson, Tyson Williams, Trey Sermon, Corey Davis. Sorry for the loss. 12-man PPR. Thanks for the message there, Garrett. I'm starting Mike Evans.
Yes.
Even if Ramsey's going to be around him, I am still starting Mike Evans.
Yep.
And then I'm also going to start Sutton, and then I'm starting Chris Carson in my flex.
I was going to say Carson as well. I like Chris Carson. I like Tyson Williams too, but I got Carson a little bit higher.
Aubrey with the 10 bomb, sending prayers to Tag's family. Love and respect, Headliner Nation. Thank you so much for the donation there, Aubrey. Waller Me Blind. I need to start 2. Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper, or Sterling Shepard. Thanks, guys. I've got Cooper or Shepard higher this week.
Yep, agreed.
Max Skills 001 with the 2 bomb. Who should I start? Ryan Tannehill or Jared Goff? Still going to go with Tannehill.
Yeah,
there.
I'm still going Tanny there.
Timeout Sports 1 with a 10 bomb prayer for Tags. Appreciate you, Timeout. Half PPR pick 2, please. Juju Smith-Schuster, Devontae Smith, and Chase Edmonds. I'm going to go JJSS and Chase Edmonds there.
JJSS and Chase Edmonds. Okay. Yep, I agree with that.
Ryan Gilbert with the 2 bomb. Start 2 running backs. Carson, Montgomery, Davis, or Gaskin. It's going to be Carson and Montgomery for me.
Carson. Yeah, 100% over Davis and Gaskin. I agree.
Genomex with the 2 bomb. Who do I start? Galladay, OBJ, or Marvin Jones Jr. and a half PPR?
Whew.
I've got to see. It's Galladay or Marvin Jones for me, but I got to see. I've got Kenny Galladay at 23 and Marvin Jones at 24.
I mean, personally, I feel a little bit safer with Marvin Jones
Jones.
The only reason is that he's going against Arizona, whose secondary is banged up. Not the greatest, and if Arizona gets a lead, we know Jacksonville's going to throw for all 4 quarters. So personally, I'm going Marvin Jones Jr.
The one thing that I just feel like could happen this week are the Giants are going to be like, all right, let's force feed Galladay.
Yeah, I can see that
all
too.
The crap from the first 2 weeks.
Yep.
Homestart Hobo bringing in a second 5 bomb of the evening, half point PPR. Damian Harris or Trey Sermon in the flex. It's Damian Harris for me.
Agreed.
Jake, were you going to let it flow tonight?
Yep.
How many likes do you need?
650.
600. Ooh, Jake's not even going that high with the likes.
I'm feeling generous because I'm feeling generous because of the mood tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So 650, and Jake's going to let it flow. Ray, did I get your super chat yet? We are going to be going through every single super chat. If you have sent one, we will get to it. We promise. We're just spending a little extra time on them tonight because of the messages that are coming through with them from Mike and his family. So just stick with us. We're going to get through all of them. We're going to get your questions answered. Just stick around. Okay. If you send one, keep listening. Yep. John Bass with the 5 bomb. Exactly why I love you guys. Even with the heavy hearts, you guys take the time to take care of the Headliner family. Appreciate you all beyond words. John, we appreciate you. JC Vader with the 10 bomb. L Murray, Hunt. I have OBJ. Chark, Waddle. Who should I flex? And a half PPR league. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you, JC. You're awesome.
Yep.
I got to go with Hunt here. Waddle, Chark, and Murray are not exciting enough for me.
Yep, exactly. There's not enough on the other options to want to go away from Hunt.
Rico Phoenix with the 5 bomb. Full PPR. Do I start Allen Robinson or Jamar Chase? I'm going to go with Chase for a higher upside tonight.
Yep. I like that with no T. Higgins.
Travis Grenier with the 10 bomb. I have Elliott Chubb starting with Najee Harris in the flex. Do I start Antonio Gibson or James White as the RB3? Prayers for Tags family. Appreciate the message, Travis. I'm probably still going to go with Antonio Gibson this week.
Probably. It doesn't say that it's full PPR, which would make it closer, but I'm still going with Gibson.
Kels, we are going to be answering the chat's question. That's as soon as we get to 650 likes, Jake is going to roll through the chat. We're trying to get through super chats right now. Again, please bear with us tonight with all the messages we have coming through. We would appreciate that from you.
Yep.
Astro Joe's need 2 in a standard. Damian Harris, Pittman, Sutton, Shepard, Darrell Henderson. It's Damian Harris for sure, and
Yep.
Sutton for mine.
Being that it's a standard league, yes, I'll agree with that because I don't really trust Darrell Henderson in the injury.
Yeah. Start Mike Williams over Randall or Allen Robinson in a PPR league. I'm fine with
I'm fine with that. I like that matchup they're going to be throwing.
Oh my God. He has Eckler and Keenan Allen starting too.
Okay, well then maybe
Cool.
That's kind of a lot. That may be where
your entire week would be based
off of one game, and
yeah,
that's a lot putting on that. Personally, being that there's so many and you already have Keenan, I'm going to go with Allen Robinson there.
Ryan Vogel with the 20 bomb. Thanks for being you, Ryan. Thanks for being you. Appreciate it. CO99 Rams fan in a PPR league. Need help setting my wide receiver 1, 2, and flex. Diggs, Cup, Godwin, and Debo. I'm going Diggs, Cup, and Godwin there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hate to sit Debo, but I mean the other options are just great.
Anton Palmer just got offered Zeke for Devontae Adams. My running backs are Gibson, CEH, Drake, Hines, Murray. My other starting viable wide receivers are Hollywood and DJ Moore in a full PPR. Thinking decline. Appreciate you guys listening for the last 2 seasons. We appreciate you, Anton. To me personally, I know you've got Hollywood and DJ Moore. If you're going to trade Devontae Adams, I'm going to try for something other than Zeke for right now.
I think he's trading. Oh, he got offered Zeke for Devontae Adams. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just got offered Zeke for Devontae Adams. I'm keeping Adams for right now. Even though you do desperately need another running back, I'm still going to keep Adams. If you're looking for somebody to trade Adams for, I think you need a running back with a little bit higher upside.
Yep.
Alex Wilson with the 5 bomb just acquired Jalen Hurts in a trade, drafted Tannehill at quarterback, and Lance for the possible breakout. Do I need to drop one of them? Who should I keep? Well, I mean, if it's a 1 QB league, you don't need all of these guys, and I'm gonna drop Lance at this point because he's not even starting and won't be unless there's an injury.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to keep all 3 of them more than likely if it's just a 1 QB league, and I'm gonna keep at least the guys that are playing.
Mark Woods with the 2 bomb PPR start. Daniel Jones or Tannehill. Tannehill is still a little bit safer for me.
Tanny's probably safer, but the upside is still Daniel Jones, who I have ranked a little bit higher.
Yeah. Marcus
Guida
with the 5 bomb. Tyson Williams or J Rob. I'll risk it with Tyson Williams over J Rob.
Yep, I will too for sure, especially going up against Detroit.
Don Julio with the 2 bomb. Start 1 flex. Julio, Davis, Singletary, or Henderson. Julio.
Yep, agreed.
Bryant Glover Jr. sent the $1 donation. Appreciate you, Bryant. K Chu with the 5 bomb. Last week, Jake picked Dak over Herb. I lost. Let's try again. Daniel Jones or Dak this week? I mean, I would still go with Dak here.
I have him back-to-back in my rankings, and I think that the only reason I'm worried about Dak is because what if Amari Cooper is more limited than we know of? You know what I mean? That's my biggest issue. Then you just got CeeDee Lamb and a couple tight ends. Could lower the ceiling a little bit. Man. I roll with Dak and cross my fingers.
Yeah, the reason I'm going Dak is just for the sheer amount of passing opportunity.
Yep.
If Daniel Jones doesn't score on the ground like he has the first 2 games, I just don't think he hits Dak's upside. Pitts or Fant, it's got to be Pitts right now because Pitts is getting the most work at the tight end position.
Yep.
Appreciate you, K Chu, for the dono. Raymond Angelis with the 5 bomb. Full PPR need 1 running back or 1 wide receiver and a flex. Galladay, Mooney, Fuller, Sermon, Miles Sanders, and Pollard. I'm going to go with Galladay and Sanders here.
Galladay, Sanders.
You go Pollard over Sanders?
No. I'm more worried about Galladay than I am about Sanders, I think.
Hey, we just need 100 more likes, and we're going to let it flow. And trust me, we'll get through a lot of questions then. We are taking a little extra time with the super chat tonight because of the responses that are coming through. So please bear with us. Again, if you sent a super chat, we will get to it. Jake is going to fly through. Tom, yeah, listen, if you're listening right now and you sent a super chat, it will be answered. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you look at the screen, we've got 50, 60 of them we're trying to get through right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Jake's going to let through the normal chat. We're going through the super chat, giving a little extra time tonight. Bear with us, please. Adam Salama with the 5 bomb. I have Dalvin, Gaskin, Madison, and Fournette. Start 2. Well, it's Dalvin and Gaskin. I mean, obviously, if Dalvin's out, then you start Madison.
Yep. We also have Crisley 3 right above there. It says Cordero or Pollard in the flex. Getting screwed with injuries. I hear that, but I'm still going Pollard over Cordero this week right there.
My bad. Bryant Glover Jr. sent 2 $1 donations. I
Oh,
scrolled down
it
too
got
far.
you mixed up. That's cool.
And then Adam also wanted to know Browns, Rams, or Saints defense this week. Browns, Rams, or Saints?
Browns, not the Rams.
I've got the Browns at 9 this week going up against the rookie quarterback.
Yep, that's where I would go.
CL with the $2.79 donation. Drop Chark and pick up Cephas, 12-team full PPR. Jake, I got to hear your thoughts on this because I know that you were a little bit higher on Chark than me to begin the season. Are you still waiting for him to bust out here?
I mean, it's one of those things where the whole reason I like Chark is probably the same reason people like Cephas. They're on a team with below average defenses that are constantly losing and going to have to throw for all 4 quarters. It's all about that potential volume. And for where you could get Chark, I like the value in the draft because, like I said, Trevor Lawrence is going to have to throw like 40, 50 times a week for this team to have a chance scoring. This week, going up against Arizona, we know they're probably going to be losing. We know they're going up against a weak defense. For Detroit, they're going up against Baltimore's defense, which in my opinion, a little bit more difficult than Arizona overall. So if I'm going to gamble, I'm going to gamble on Chark this week in the better matchup going up against Arizona.
Big dog pound 1. I've got 2 flex spots open in standard. Which 2 do I start? Brown, Robinson, Jamal Williams, Gaskin, Chark, or Waddle. It's a standard league, so definitely going Hollywood Brown there. I probably, since it is standard and some of Gaskin's fantasy value is reliant on
pass catching,
his pass catching, I probably risk it with Jamal Williams.
Yep. I mean, I hate that going up against Detroit, but unless you want to gamble a little bit more and go DJ Chark there against Arizona, like I just talked about, that would be the only other way that I would go.
Yeah, about 25 more likes, and we're going to let it flow, ladies and gentlemen. So hit that like button for us. John Best with the 5 bomb. Actual question, full PPR. I screwed up with the running back position, but pick 2 flex and an RB2. Tony Pollard, Hollywood, Fournette, Latavius. Thanks, boys.
Pollard's one.
Hollywood is 1. Tony Pollard is the other.
Yep. And then
Fournette over Latavius.
Yes. I don't know, dude. Latavius Murray's ceiling is super low, but he's going against the Lions, and the Lions just got obliterated by the Packers last week.
That's true.
So I'm gonna go with Latavius and just hopes he can find the end zone again.
My only worry is that I feel like Latavius is coming onto the field in situations where Tyson Williams may or may not need to block and can't do it.
Right.
I mean, we've seen Tyson Williams blow up a couple of those already. So I don't love either.
I don't love it either, but I'm going to go Latavius over Fournette.
All right. Jake does all the in-depth running back research throughout the week. He's looked at it more than I have. I'm going to go with Jake here and go Latavius then. Batmac Gaiman, half PPR, pick 2, please. Flex spots, Tim Patrick, Gabriel Davis, Rojo, AJ Dillon, Tony Jones Jr., Old Faithful, Kerryon Johnson.
Well, no.
We're not going with Kerryon Johnson.
No.
I'll go with Tim Patrick and Gabriel Davis.
Out of all those options, yep.
Hope to God Davis gets in the end zone.
Yeah, you need a big play from Davis.
Eric Avalar with the 10 bomb. Appreciate you, Eric. CMC Mixon and Jay Williams as my running back. I have Godwin, AJ Brown, Deontay Johnson, and Marquise Brown as wide receiver. Should I trade any of these wide receivers for a running back? Godwin, AJ Brown, Deontay Johnson, and Marquise Brown as wide receiver. Yeah. If you're gonna make a trade right now, you couldn't trade Deontay Johnson because he's hurt.
Nope.
But I would try to move on Marquise Brown because he's off to a hot start.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only one that I would think about. I just don't know if you're going to get a high enough return running back for him.
Okay, Jake, we're at 683.
Okay.
All right, so we just did Eric here. Hold on a second. Give me just a second, chat. We've got to get... let me see where we were at. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you sent a super chat, we will 100% get to it. There are a lot tonight, and there are a lot of messages for Mike and his family. So we're spending just a little extra time on them. Okay, I'm back to where we were at. So please be patient with us and the super chats tonight. Again, a portion of all the super chats that we're making tonight, we're going to be sending to Mike and his family for the devastating loss earlier today. So please, again, bear with us. Jake is going to let it flow right now, though. And then we're going to go back to the super chats. We're going to get everything taken care of. Stick around. The helmet is on. He's ready to go. He's getting a drink. It is time once again for the greatest segment in the fantasy football industry today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let it flow. 3, 2, 1, get it.
All right, Sean says, should I start Latavius or Gibson? I'm still going Gibson there, even though Latavius is scoring touchdowns, still like the upside of Gibson. Tazzy, where can I find defensive rankings? We do defense and kicker rankings, but they're on Patreon because nobody really cares about them on YouTube when we've done them in the past. Matthew Clark, pick 2, full PPR, Smith, Sermon, or Osborne. I'm guessing that's Devontae Smith, so I'm going to go with Devontae Smith and Sermon there and hope that Sermon can find the end zone once, maybe even twice this weekend, since there's nobody else in that backfield. Marvelous Mars says, who is Mike? Mike Tagliere was a member of the Fantasy Pros team. He passed away earlier today. We're giving a lot of respect to him and his family during this show and sending a portion of all donations to his wife now to try to help support the family a little bit. Devin Chikowski says, prime rib or tenderloin? I like both if that's an option. If I have to choose one, probably going prime rib, but it's hard to not like tenderloin. Doyle or Komet? I'd like me some Jack motherfucking Doyle here this week. What about CEH or Gaskin in a full PPR? Still going to go with CEH this week in a matchup in which there could be a lot more points scored. Matthew Clark just says, thanks, guys. Absolutely, Matthew. Appreciate you. Alex, OBJ or Patterson? They're both a gamble, right? So let's gamble with the guy who we know is at least going to get some target volume. I'm going to go with OBJ and cross my fingers right there. Leo Sanchez, full PPR, start Shepard over Allen Robinson, McLaurin, or Sutton. I probably start... Who does Sutton play? The Jets. No, probably not. I like the Allen Robinson, McLaurin, Sutton mixture you have right there instead. How about Seth Gibson says flex Mooney or Latavius Murray in standard? Thank you, y'all rock. Appreciate you, Seth. If it's between Mooney and Murray in a standard league, we got to find touchdowns and big plays, right? Well, they're both kind of touchdown guys. They're big play guys, but I'm going to gamble and go Mooney here this week because the chemistry between him and Justin Fields looks pretty good. Gaskin or Claypool in the flex in a full PPR for Keontae Holland. I'm gonna go with Chase Claypool. No Deontay Johnson here this week. More work going the way of Chase Claypool. I like that matchup. PPR, Robert Woods or Allen Robinson. I'm going Allen Robinson there for Vito. Tyson Williams or Robert Woods for Michael. And he's got a lone boner emoji next to his name. It's a full PPR league, so I'd like to think that Robert Woods has the higher ceiling, but the safer bet for me this week is going to be Tyson Williams in a matchup going up against the lowly Detroit Lions. Next up, we have a lot of questions flying here. Where can I... Tazzy, I just answered your question. Quit spamming the chat. Tyson Williams or OBJ for Ernest Kopik? I'm still going with Tyson Williams there. I love that matchup for him going up against Detroit. Zach Moss or Rojo upside? Seriously, you have better options. I'm sure you've watched this for too long to not have better options. Mr. Punch says DK a buy low candidate. He could be. It depends how knowledgeable the DK owner is in your league. He shouldn't be a buy low at this point of the season. The big plays are coming. Once defensive coverage starts shifting the way to take Tyler Lockett away over the top, DK Metcalf's going to eat. What about Jamie Miller doing a couple of these? Wide receiver and flex, Sterling Shepard, Mike Williams, Mike Evans, Chase Claypool. Holy options, dude. Devontae Smith, Marvin Jones Jr., or Montgomery in a PPR. So a wide receiver and a flex. For the wide receiver, I can't not... Oh, man, you got so... This is like an embarrassment of riches. If you want to play it safer... I'm going to go with Mike Evans if you want to play it safer. If you want to gamble for that high upside, that's when you go Claypool, in my opinion. Wow, it is just absolutely flying here. Appreciate all these questions. Javonte or CEH this week? I have Javonte at 24, CEH at 20, so CEH by a hair. Don't give up on that guy just yet. Organic Fud said Cephas season, and he spelt season wrong, which is absolutely amazing because it makes sense still. Sermon Mooney or Rondale Moore in a full PPR. I'm going Rondale Moore right there. I think that he sees added volume because they really don't need to rely on DeAndre Hopkins here this week. Zeke or Tyson. I still have Zeke a little bit higher there, K-Mac. Melvin Gordon or OBJ in a half PPR. If you want the safe, if you want the 6-7 points, you go Melvin Gordon. If you want to gamble for that game, which could be 15, 16, 17, that's when you go with Odell Beckham, but it's just a little bit more of a gamble. D-Ruv, Lamar Jackson or TB12. Right now, I have Lamar Jackson as my quarterback 2 this week. He's my choice because now he's got to take a lot on his shoulders, and now that the rushing is more utilized because they don't have a choice, he's definitely going to be somebody who has a higher ceiling due to all that rushing on a weekly basis. Carlos Flores, Kirk or Myers in a standard. I'm going to go Kirk here this week. Jacoby Myers, there's no ceiling there whatsoever. I guess you say a lack of a ceiling there. Gio, I don't think my question was ever answered yet, and I did send Super Chat. Gio, we've said 54 times tonight. We appreciate it, but we have so many people that are trying to show support. We're trying to get through these as fast as possible. We're not taking any breaks. We're talking nonstop here as we go through. If you did it, we will answer it. We absolutely promise. We will be here all night if we have to. Let's see. Kells, pick 2. CEH, Antonio Gibson or Tyson Williams. I'm going to go with Gibson and Williams there this week to be a little bit safer. Kittle or Gronk this week. Hard to go against Gronk because as of right now, it's like old school Gronk and there's no AB. So if you're asking me, I'm going Gronk this week. Whew. I think you're muted, Kyle. I can't hear you.
Gosh,
there you go.
Mute it, my bad. Big Tizzy with the 10 bomb. I'm going to go through the super chat here for a few minutes. Javonte Williams or Melvin Gordon in a PPR. Rip tags, you're one of the best. Appreciate the dono, Big Tizzy. For me, if you want upside, I'm going to go with Javonte Williams because I think Javonte Williams on a per touch basis is playing much better than Melvin Gordon right now. Ray with the 2 bomb and a standard flex. Pick 1, Higbee, Boyd, or Brown. I'm going to go with Marquise Brown. Alucard Jets with the 2 bomb. Should I bench Tom Brady for Derek Carr? No. Tom Brady's going to be throwing a lot because he wants to break the record next week when he goes to New England. Nassar Ahmed with the 5 bomb. Appreciate you, Nassar. Thank you so much. Red Hulk with the 10 bomb. PPR flex replacement for Devontae Smith, Mike Davis, Damian Harris, Waller Chenault. I'm going to go with Damian Harris there. Also starting Miles Sanders, also Swift or Gibson in a PPR. And a PPR, I am willing to lean a little bit more Swift right now because he is getting so many targets out of the backfield for the Lions. Corey Sickler with the 5 bomb. Not sure if you received my first message, half PPR. Going forward the rest of the season, who is worth more? And should I trade Gronk for Julio Jones? I don't know, Corey, because I don't know your first question. Jake, do you remember a question from Corey Sickler?
I do not, but I can scroll back up and look.
All right. He's going to take a look. Soda Popinski, Rondell Moore, or Darnell Mooney. For me, I'm going to go Rondell Moore this week. Carl S. with 250. Stack Chase with Burrow in the flex or go with Swift. I'm going to go with Swift there, but I would try to get Chase in as your wide receiver 2 or 3. Ed Miller and a half PPR quarterback, Tannehill or Cousins. I'm going to go with Tannehill. Need 2 at the flex. Hollywood Brown, Swift, Rondell Moore, Kirk, Pollard, Mooney, Pittman. It's Brown and Swift for me. Brandon Buttery with the 10 bomb. Send me some chef kisses, Kyle. I need it this week. Forehead kisses. Grade the trade. I got Galladay and Mitchell, and he got Pollard. Sorry to hear about tags. Thanks for all of what you're doing for his family. Appreciate that, Brandon. For me, on that trade, Galladay and Mitchell, because Mitchell's banged up, I probably would have preferred to keep Pollard unless you really absolutely needed another wide receiver. Did you find it by any chance?
Yep, it's right here. Anna actually sent it to me. It says,
thank you, Anna.
It says, what's good, ballers? Half point PPR. All it says is, should I trade Gronk for Julio Jones? That's the only question.
Oh, okay. So he's asking who's going to be worth more the rest of the season out of these guys. Okay. So probably because the tight end position is such a mess, Gronk is going to be worth more than Julio Jones, especially if he keeps performing the way that he has been. So I don't know who your tight end would be to step in for Gronk. I don't know what your wide receiver situation is. More than likely, you're going to want to keep Gronk. Caleb Carrig with the 2 bomb. Kenny G or Rondell Moore at the wide receiver 2 because Deontay is out. I'll go with Kenny G there. Livingstone Lynn with the 2 bomb. I'm so down bad. Flex OBJ or Kenny G. Love you guys. I'm still going to go with Kenny G there. I've got to see it with OBJ. Tom Padgett with the 5 bomb. Appreciate you, Tom. DJ Meat Miss.
What did he say?
His name.
DJ Meat Missile. Wow.
I needed that laugh. Oh my God. DJ Meat Missile. Appreciate the 5 bomb and for putting the smile on my face. Really, really, really appreciate that. Yerbo with the 5 bomb. I need a flex and a full PPR. Galladay, Drake, or Hollywood Brown. Give me Hollywood Brown. Sean McEwen. Should I flex Gronk? I have Kyle Pitts as my tight end 1. Also, I have RB1 Antonio Gibson starting, but should my RB2 be CEH, Devin Singletary, Tyson Williams, or Darrell Henderson, or flex one of my RBs instead of Gronk? I will play CEH as my RB2, and I will flex Gronk and play Pitts as my tight end. Daniel with the 5 bomb. Trade Sermon for either Javonte Williams or Singletary straight up. I would trade Sermon for Javonte Williams. I would take that. Javonte Williams probably has more upside the rest of the season than Sermon. And I think he's going to take over from Melvin Gordon a little bit more as the season goes on. Zeke, Gibson, and Monty starting, which has more potential? Williams would have more potential. Joseph Palisos just traded Mike Davis and Brandon Ayuk for Gibson. Love that trade for you. Good job getting Gibson. So now he'll be my RB3 behind Cook and Chubb. So A-Rod or Gibson for the flex this week. I will flex Gibson this week. Marvin Jones Jr. and Ridley are my starting wide receivers. That's the route that I would go this week. If you want to be safer, then you put A-Rob in over Marvin Jones Jr., but if you need more upside, then you go with Marvin Jones. Piff with the 5 bomb. Appreciate you, Piff. It's Newski with the 2 bomb. Dalton Schultz, Njoku, or Jack Mother and Doyle in a full PPR. Because Cooper is playing, I'm not leaning towards Schultz more this week. Njoku, I mean, he needs like one big play to really make any value. I'll go with Jack Doyle, and hopefully that Carson Wentz is just trying to get rid of the ball. Yeah, Jack Mother and Doyle. Tom Padgett, Jake, this one's specifically for you, Jake. In a full PPR, Sterling Shepard, Jamar Chase, Allen Robinson, or Mike Davis in the flex.
Sterling Shepard, Jamar Chase, Allen Robinson, or Mike Davis in the flex in a full PPR. I think if you want to play it safer, the safest option would probably be Sterling Shepard, but if you want to gamble for the higher ceiling, if you can afford to gamble, that's when I go Jamar Chase.
JL Green with the 5 bomb. Hi, guys. I'm in a PPR league, and for my Sterling Shepard or Mike Williams, and for defense, I have to choose Ravens or Tampa Bay. Who do I go with? Okay, so I'm going Mike Williams over Sterling Shepard if you want more upside. Mike Williams is going to have more upside than Sterling Shepard. And then the Ravens or Tampa Bay going up against Detroit, I'll go ahead and take the Ravens this week. Dante Jones with a 2 bomb. Standard, Sermon, Shepard, Tyson, and Edmonds. In a standard league, I will still go with Tyson here. I'm assuming Shepard is Sterling Shepard, but his value is really made on catches, so I'm going to go Tyson there. Benny Blanco with the 10 bomb. In a standard league, I need a flex. Harris, Chase, and Shepard. Normally, I would say Harris, but since it is a standard league and Chase is part of the equation, Chase has more upside than Harris. I'll go with Chase. Piff with the 5 bomb. 2 wide receiver spots in a full PPR. Who do I start? Mike Williams, Ridley, Claypool, and Devonta Smith. For me, it is going to be Ridley and Mike Williams. Brad Booth, becoming a member for the 5th month here on YouTube. What up, guys? Sorry I'm late. In a full PPR, I need 2 flex. Chenault, Cephas White, Carter, Javonte Williams, and Damian Harris. I am going to go with Damian Harris, and it is a full PPR, so I'll go James White for the other one. Naked Hot Dog for tags with a little bit of love with the 5 bomb. Appreciate you, Naked Hot Dog. Chad D. In the PPR flex spot, Marvin Jones or Deonta Smith. I'll go with Marvin Jones. Legato Rochambeau with the 279 donation. Message retracted though. Appreciate the with the donation. Jordan Winters. Okay, Kyle, you told me last week to trust the process. Still Henry, Kamara, Taylor, Bobby Trees, AB, Jamar, Mike Williams. Trust the process. I'm 0-2. Yeah, because you have a really good team there. It's just been unfortunate that Kamara hasn't really had a huge week yet. Taylor had a bad week last week. Bobby Trees obviously is losing a little bit to Cooper Kupp right now, but Mike Williams has been playing really well. Jamar Chase has been playing well. Trust the process. Terry R with the 2 bomb. Pick 2, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Carter, Gainwell, Waddle, New Orleans or Oklahoma. Well, definitely DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep.
If he plays, it's Hopkins, and I'll go with Carter. If Hopkins is out for some reason, then I'll go Carter and Waddle. New Orleans or Oakland, I got to go with
Nobody
New
in
Orleans.
Oakland. So, I mean, I'm guessing he means the Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas. Yeah. Like Ron Burgundy. I'm just reading it as it pops
Just
up there.
reading the teleprompter.
Mr. Punch with a 10 bomb. I got an interesting one for you guys. 12 teams, half PPR Superflex. I picked up Jameis since I lost to a terrible matchup against New England. Would you start Madison and bank on Cook being out, leaving early? No. If Cook plays, I am not starting Madison.
Yep.
If Cook even starts the game. No. King Sosa with the 5 bomb with the love for tags there. Half point PPR flex. Cephas, Rondell Moore, or Mike Davis. And a half point PPR, I'll end up going with Rondell Moore there, a little bit more upside. If you want to be safer, it's Cephas, but I feel like Rondell Moore is probably a little bit more of the intriguing play there. Villamai U with the half PPR flex, Melvin Gordon, Marquise Brown, or Juju. If you need more upside, it's going to be Marquise Brown, but with no Deontay Johnson, lots of targets for Juju tomorrow. I will go with Juju there to be a little bit safer. Edward Trujillo becoming a new member here on YouTube. Appreciate you, Eduardo. Colton Smith. I traded CMC for Tyreek, then DJ Moore and Mike Davis for Jonathan Taylor. What do you think? I mean, CMC for Tyreek is a heck of a trade, especially now that he's hurt. DJ Moore and Mike Davis, if you really needed the upgrade at running back, I don't mind that at all. DJ's just been so good so far.
Yeah, he has.
Ben Kingsburg with the 5 bomb. Am I trading Debo Samuel for Robert Woods in a half PPR? Keep crushing it, and thanks for the help. I'll hold Debo for right now.
I do too.
Harrison Foster with the 10 bomb, ripped to tags. You will be sorely missed. Agreed with you, Harrison, there. Half PPR sit any of Mixon, Zeke, Tyson, DK, JJ, or McLaurin for Rondell. No, I'm going to play all of the. Wait, JJ is probably Justin Jefferson. So no, I'm not going to sit anybody for Rondell Moore there. James Gassman with the 5 bomb and a full PPR, Osborne or Woods. I'm still going to go with Osborne there. Or with Woods there. I know Osborne is off to a good start. Still going to go with Woods. Thomas Adams with the 5 bomb. Lots of injuries. Don't judge. Sammy Watkins or Zach Pascal and a full PPR. If we want more upside, Sammy Watkins going against a depleted secondary for the Lions. He's going to have more upside, but Zach Pascal is probably going to be a whole lot safer going up against Tennessee. Only problem is who do you trust is going to start at quarterback? If Wentz can't make it, will Pascal. So Watkins for me there, just barely. Issue Fish with the 10 bomb. Hey boys, need to start 2 running backs in a full PPR. I have 5 wide receivers, fire wide receivers. So I need safer picks. Miles Sanders, Myles Gaskin, Damian Harris, CEH, Chase Edmonds. Thanks. I'm going to go, if you're looking for safe, I'm going to go with CEH and Damian Harris, because I feel like they're going to get more than enough touches. If we're just wanting to be safe, then CEH and Damian Harris. Or would you do Miles Sanders over CEH, Jake?
Yes, I have Miles Sanders at 15, CEH at 20.
Okay, so then Miles Sanders and Damian Harris. Rob F, becoming a new member here on YouTube. Appreciate you, Rob. Max Skills 001. Start 3 wide receivers: Hopkins, Thielen, Woods, Robinson, Brown. Also, if Hopkins is out. So if Hopkins is in, I'm going Hopkins, Thielen, Woods. If Hopkins is out, I'm going Thielen, Woods, and Brown if you want more upside. Brian Joseph, who should I start in the flex? James White, Damian Harris, or Jamar Chase in a full PPR? Jamar Chase has substantially more upside. Legato Rochambeau sending a bit more than my first super chat to help out the Tagliere family. Appreciate you, Legato. Swift, Gibson, Pollard, Gaskin, Metcalf. 2 running backs and 1 flex and a half PPR. It's Swift, it's Gibson, and it's Metcalf for me. Cornell Osimionesi. Oh my God.
Osimionesi.
Osimionesi. Oh God, I
don't even know if I got that right.
Montgomery or Pollard? Montgomery for me.
Yep.
Godare or Tunyon? I'm gonna go with Tunyon barely this week.
Yep.
Just because we've got Ertz actually playing now. Adam Zenselmeyer, Sterling Shepard, Marvin Jones, Mike Williams, Galladay. Pick 2. I'm gonna go with Mike Williams and Sterling Shepard. For the flex, also pick 1. Okay, so I need to pick another one for the flex. Then I'm going to go with Marvin Jones there. And then for the other flex for your team, Devontae Smith, Odell Williams from the Ravens, Tyler Tyson Williams over the other guys for me. Jacoby Barron with the 5-bomb and a half PPR flex. Waddle, Javonte Williams, Pollard, Fuller, or Slayton. Half PPR flex. I'm going to go with Pollard there. And then defense, Titans or Giants.
I mean, I want to say the Giants going up against Atlanta, but if I'm all aboard Pitts week, it's kind of hard to say that too. So
yeah, I'm still gonna go with the Giants there.
Yeah, by a hair.
Sup fellas, need help. Start 2. James Robinson, Mike Davis, or Chenault. Also, would you offer Chuba Hubbard for Mike Williams? I would take Mike Williams over Chuba.
Exactly.
Sorry, Chuba. I would take Mike Williams. And if I'm starting 2, I'm gonna go ahead.
I can't start James Robinson.
Doesn't have a higher ceiling than any of the other 2 guys, so I'll just start Robinson and Davis.
Yeah, I can't start James Robinson right now.
Would you start Chenault over James Robinson?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, only because, they're not using him. And now he gets a matchup in which they're going to be losing against Arizona. They're not going to use him again.
That's true. I mean, if you want a little bit more upside, then you can roll with Chenault, but Chenault really hasn't done
He hasn't done anything either.
So. Yard dog with the 5-bomb. Start 2 wide receivers and a standard league. Debo, Allen Robinson, McLaurin, or OBJ. I'm going to go Debo and McLaurin there.
Yep.
Wesley with the 10-bomb. Traded running back James Robinson for Damian Harris and Sterling Shepard. Love it. Great trade for you. Have Barkley, McCorin, Godwin, Williams, benches, Boyd, Fuller, Smith, Dylan, Williams, 2-0 record. Love it. Who shall prevail? Mike Gear Solid, Jesus or the devil? I think we're pretty certain that the old J man is going to be taking down the D dog.
Yeah,
okay.
Well,
that's what the kids say these days.
Is that what it is? I had no idea.
Mac Attack with the 7-bomb. Starters: Wilson, DK, Metcalf, A-Rob, Taylor, Carson Pitts. Bench: Damian Harris, Brown, Chenault, Hines. Pick my flex. And should I get rid of Seattle triple stack? So you've got Wilson, DK,
and Carson.
And Carson is the stack. If I need to pick any of these guys to be my flex, I'm going to pick Damian Harris.
Yes.
Yeah, I would pick Damian Harris. I'm not going to sit DK or Carson.
And I think I'm okay with that stack on most weeks.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because they all play different positions. I wouldn't want 2 wide. I wouldn't want Lockett and DK in my lineup every week, but good mixture.
Marlon Nash with the 5-bomb. What's going on, guys? What's up, Marlon? Should I start Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase at the flex? Bud, we are going Jamar Chase there.
Yes.
And in another league, should I start Sterling Shepard or Devontae Smith? We're going to go with
Shepard. Yep.
Eric Wright with the 5-bomb. What 3 to start in a non-PPR? Cooper Kupp. Yes, 100%.
You don't sit him.
Allen Robinson, Julio Jones, Jalen Waddle, Mike Williams, Kenny Galladay. It's Kupp, Mike Williams, and I'll go Julio Jones over Allen Robinson this week. Josh Smith with the 2-bomb. Mooney or Cephas. I'm going to go with Cephas in a full PPR.
Yep.
And because you have A-Rob in already, still Cephas for me. Eduardo with the 10-bomb. Appreciate you. 16-man standard. Pick 2. DJ Chark, Rondell Moore, or Quintez Cephas. I'd probably go with Cephas and Moore here over Chark. Chark only has 2 catches in 2 games. He just worries me right now. Also in the full PPR, need more upside for my flex with CMC getting hurt. Mike Davis, Chase Edmonds, OBJ, or Devontae Smith. I mean, if you're looking for upside, I go with Chase Edmonds there, and hopefully he gets a nice bit of work in the passing game, and then they use him quite a bit the rest of the game.
I'll tag in whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I lost my spot. It's scrolled down.
Alacar Jets says, who should I start in my flex? Marvin Jones or David Montgomery? And also, do you guys it's time to drop Rob Anderson? So first question is flex Marvin Jones or David Montgomery. In that case, I'm always usually relying on the running back, so give me David Montgomery. Time to drop Robbie Anderson. I mean, it depends who's out there to actually pick up. But Robbie Anderson and that connection with Sam Darnold is obviously not a thing. It's going the way of DJ Moore here this year. However, the next couple of weeks could be an uptick for Robbie Anderson with no Christian McCaffrey. So that's just something to think about here in the near future. I guess it just depends who's out there to grab. Ryan Vogel says, Homestar Runner, Trogdar. Do you know what he's talking about, Kyle?
I don't know what Trogdar is. That I don't remember.
Okay, I don't know. I have no idea. This is something I am clueless on. But you guys have a special connection with Homestar Runner, whatever that is. Gary Hobbs, Mooney or Kirk and a half PPR? Because we don't know for sure about Hopkins, I think if DeAndre Hopkins sits, I'm going Kirk. Otherwise, I'm going Mooney. Pittman or Taylor? I'm pretty sure you mean Tyler Boyd in a full PPR for Great Team Alliance Entertainment. Pittman or Boyd? I'm going Boyd now with no T. Higgins more than likely. DJ 622, I think is what it is. CEH Pittman, Damian Harris, full PPR, pick 2. When in doubt, I'm going to rely on my running backs here once again. I'm going Damian Harris and CEH, even though Damian Harris isn't much of a PPR guy. Geo 4239, half PPR, Myles Gaskin or Amari Cooper. Loving the content. Well, appreciate the support out there. For Myles Gaskin or Amari Cooper, it's a gamble, right? Because Amari Cooper's playing on Monday Night Football. So just know that going in. Right now, I have Amari Cooper higher over Gaskin. But if you're worried and don't want to take that risk of something happening Monday early afternoon, then you play safer and go Gaskin earlier in the weekend. It depends whether or not you want to have that risk or just play it safe. Jason Bew, who should start at flex? Jamar Chase, DeAndre Swift, or Sterling Shepard? Thank you for your help, gentlemen. Honestly, I'm gambling on Jamar Chase this week in hopes that they can have a shootout there against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So give me Jamar Chase. Giovanni Santabanez, half PPR, Myers, Chenault, or Fant for flex. Ugh. Well, we talked about Chenault numerous times and how we don't love what he's doing. Jacoby Myers really limited ceiling. So honestly, I think I'm going to flex Noah Fant against the Jets this week, as much as that doesn't sound right to say, but I'm going to flex my tight end. Christian Mayonove, stream needs more likes. Absolutely. Even Christian's out there telling people to hit the like button. If Hopkins 6, flex Patterson or Juju. I'm going Juju with no Deontay Johnson in that lineup. Seth Gibson, flex Mooney or Latavius Murray in a standard. Thank you all. Y'all rock. Appreciate you, Seth. I'm going to say, if you want to play it safer in a standard league, I go Latavius Murray in a great matchup. If you think that you need to chase points or that you may be trailing at some point, Mooney is somebody who has a higher potential ceiling if you want to gamble. Kyle Singer, full PPR, pick 1, Mooney or Claypool. I'm going Claypool here this week. I'm all aboard the Claypool bandwagon here in week 3. M. St. G, what's going on? M. St. G says, what's up, Jake and Kyle? If I sit Henderson in full PPR, I need an RB and 2 flex out of Hunt, Davis, Chark, Parker, Murray, Gainwell, and Osborne. Thanks, guys. Congrats on 130,000 subs. Appreciate that. And also shout out to Headliner Nation. Absolutely. Thank you so much, M. St. G. So in a full PPR, if you sit Henderson for your running back and 2 flex, I'm going to go with Kareem Hunt as your running back and then for your 2 flexes, oh, I don't love your options. Let me tell you that right now. I don't love your options. I'm probably going, being that it's full PPR, I'm going to go with Mike Davis and just hope that he can get 5 targets, 5 receptions right around there. And then if you want to play it safer, you go Gainwell. If you want to gamble a little bit more, then that's when you go Parker. But they're all a gamble there for that second flex spot. Alamo says Renfro, Chenault, or Tim Patrick. Full PPR, Hines, Jamal, or Madison in a full PPR. So Renfro, Chenault, or Tim Patrick is the first question, and I'm going to go this week with give me some Hunter Renfro this week. I like Hunter Renfro to rack up
PPR.
in a full PPR. I'm going to go Hunter Renfro, and the other option there is Jamal Williams or Madison in a full PPR. If Cook plays, which it sounds like he probably will, I'll go Jamal Williams. And I think Madison's ceiling is dramatically dropped. Now, if Cook were to sit for some reason, 100%, that's when you go Madison. Jake,
real quick.
Okay.
Everybody, Chris Chouse, our own Chris Chouse, he's in the chat right now. So if you see his name pop up, he's helping answer questions. So that is a member of the team. He's helping answer questions right now. Just want to make sure everyone was aware that he is responding to questions and helping out right now. So if you see a response from him, he is actually one of us.
Yep. Appreciate that, Chris, for hopping in here. Jeff Garcia, see you out there, a 5-month member there with his blind squirrel nuts next to his name. He says, hot tips, hot tips, hot tips. I guess that's you, right, Kyle? Are you hot tips?
I'm hot tips.
You're hot tips. That's another story for another time. But it says, hey, guys, thanks for all you do. Really love the dinner giveaway. Keep positive waves flowing. Absolutely. We're going to start doing random acts of kindness here all the time because I can't sit back anymore and watch all the hate in the world. It drives me absolutely nuts here on a daily basis. Nathaniel Broska, he became a member. Welcome, Nathaniel. The Godfather 2021. Man, $100 donation. Thank you so much for that love right there.
Incredible.
That's the kind of thing that we're talking about, the support for this community, not just our community, but for Mike Tagliere and his family and stuff. People coming through like this, that's huge. We greatly appreciate that. If Cook doesn't start and I can't trade for Madison, should I trade Carter for James Robinson? No, I would not do that. That's the first question. I'm keeping Michael Carter because he's on a upward trajectory where James Robinson is like slowly declining on a weekly basis. Concerned about the late start for Cook. late start. For Dalvin Cook. Also, is Max Williams a viable tight end start? Have trade pending to get Goddard for Doyle and Diami Brown. I mean, Max Williams is going to be somebody who is going to kind of flash for a short amount of time and then kind of just disappear, right? Because Arizona is not known for overly utilizing tight ends on a week-by-week basis. Sure, Max Williams has looked pretty good here the first couple weeks, not taking anything away from that, but I also don't know if I want to call him a viable tight end start just yet. He's kind of like, you got the top guys, the top 4 or 5 guys, and then he just fits into the mix after that of total boom or bust. So to answer your first question there, I am not trading Carter for James Robinson, not just yet. Max Williams, a viable start. Can't call him viable just yet. If you can get one of those trades for Goddard, Doyle, and Diami Brown, I don't hate those. I would prefer to have any one of those guys over Max Williams at this point. But thank you so much for your generosity. Michael, with the Lone Boner logo there next to his name, says, thanks you guys for putting out great content every day in and out. Headliner Nation appreciates it. Robert Woods or Tyson Williams, full PPR, RIP tags. 100%. I'm playing it safer here. I'm not hopping off the Robert Woods bandwagon. I'm just saying that, given the circumstances of what your other options are, Tyson Williams going up against Detroit is just a better option right now, a safer option, and that's where I'm going here this week. JK All Day 75 says RIP tags. Thank you very much for that donation. Prayers up to his family. Pick 1 QB and 1 wide receiver in a half PPR. Waddle, Patrick, Fields, Tannehill. Thank you. So 1 quarterback and 1 wide receiver. So the 1 quarterback is between Fields and Tannehill. I'm going with Tannehill still over Fields. I love Justin Fields, but I got to see him on the field in a full start, and it's a difficult matchup for his first ever start. And then your receiver between Waddle and Patrick, I'll go Patrick because Waddle in an offense now that doesn't have Tua, what's Jacoby Brissett going to look like? Who's he really going to rely on? That's some question marks. So give me Tim Patrick there for your wide receiver spot. Wesley Webb, full PPR, pick 2, Rondale Moore, Jacoby Myers, Cordero Patterson, Kenny Golladay, and Tyson Williams. Honestly, full PPR, picking 2 of them. I'm going to gamble a little bit and go with Golladay as one of them, and then play it a little bit safer with my second and go Tyson Williams. If you just want to throw your balls on the table, then you just go with Rondale. Sorry, Kyle. It's what came to my mind. Rondale Moore and Kenny Golladay, but that's a lot more risky, a lot more boom or bust. If it's me, I'll take the gamble on Golladay, but then play it a little bit safer with Tyson Williams. Yard Dog says RIP tags. Thank you so much for that donation and support of his family. Spread Aloha for the $2 donation. Appreciate that so much. Jake G, Stafford or Cousins, who has more upside this week? This week between Stafford and Cousins, it's hard because Stafford has a difficult matchup going up against Tampa Bay, but we've also seen some teams have some success against Tampa Bay late in the game because they're having to play catch up. So honestly, I'm still going with Stafford here this week. Matt LaSalle for tags. Absolutely appreciate that donation there, Matt. Thanks for doing this tonight. Full PPR flex, Claypool, Golladay, DeAndre Swift, or Damian Harris. Being it's a full PPR, am I crazy, Kyle? Though I want to go Claypool over DeAndre Swift. Is that too much?
I don't think it's crazy. I think he probably has maybe a little bit more upside.
The safer Swift is probably still a little bit safer. He probably gives you that safer.
He's seeing so many targets.
Yeah, he's probably the safer floor being Swift, but I love me some Claypool this week. That's a gamble if you want to take it. Let's see here. Eric Cruz, RIP tags, and keep up the awesome work, fellas. Appreciate you out there, Eric. Robert Folsom, Hubbard worth a first claim off waivers? Expand. I mean, if it's a dire need for your team, but honestly, I'm not doing it because it's going to be temporary. Christian McCaffrey is going to come back now.
And also, don't forget, Royce Freeman's there.
Yep. Royce Freeman's another name that a lot of people just want to forget about. Not that he's going to be out there winning fantasy championships for people, but he's still somebody who could be involved in that backfield. Plus, I saw today that they're working out Duke Johnson, so who knows? Michael Jr., appreciate you, says, I need a solid RB2. How should I bundle up this deal? You got Henry, Gaskin, Patterson, for running backs. Wide receivers, you have DK Shepard, Claypool, Higgins, Cephas. You need a solid running back too. Well, you're not trading Henry. I don't know how much you can really get for Gaskin or Patterson at this point. DK, you're not trading. Shepard is appealing to me because he's somebody who started off super hot. Do I think he's going to fade out? Maybe a little bit, but his value is probably about as high as it can get right now. So he's somebody who I would try to shop. What could you get? that's going to be a little bit difficult. I mean, you could pair up a Shepard and a Gaskin and try to go after a high-end running back too. It just all depends what the other team needs. I'm keeping Claypool. Higgins you can't trade right now because he's hurt. Nobody's going to want him. And Cephas plays for the Lions. So really, I'm looking the way of Sterling Shepard, maybe Myles Gaskin, something like that, some mixture of those. Just go to the owners of some of these guys who have some running backs on the bench and just see what they really need and then work it that way. Bill Bagg. Madison or Woods at flex with Cook sitting. Cook is not 100% sitting as of yet. Questionable. Look, I will be shocked if he does not play. If he doesn't play, then you go Madison. If Cook starts, then you go Woods. G the All-Father says 1 point PPR flex 2 between Gaskin, McKissick, J-Rob, Waddle, and Pittman. Not going with James Robinson here in the PPR. Waddle, I like Jalen Waddle, but I liked him a lot more with Tua. Michael Pittman, we don't know who the quarterback situation is going to be the entire game. We know Carson Wentz is going to start, but can he make it all 4 quarters? So personally, I'm going with Gaskin and McKissick there for those 2 choices. K. Chu, I don't know why owning Zeke makes me feel like he can bust often any week. Am I crazy to want to start Tyson, Damian, CEH over Zeke to be safe? PPR, Pollard. So you want to start Tyson Williams, CEH, and Damian. Who's Damian? Not Damian Williams.
Damian Harris?
Damian Harris. There you go. See what happens when we don't have last names in here? I personally couldn't do it. You drafted Zeke in the first round to use him. You didn't draft him to bench him. He's not bad. His ceiling is just not what it once was, and we were spoiled by all those touchdowns and all that volume. Now that he's sharing, he's more of a low-end running back 1, a high-end running back 2. He's not playing bad, though, so I'm still going with Zeke personally. I think the safest you could go would be Tyson Williams, Damian Harris, and Ezekiel Elliott. Those are the safest options for me here as of right now.
Hey, Jake,
Yep.
Can we take just 1 second for me to share a story with you that just broke on ESPN?
Can I get a drink while you do it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Kevon Pope, linebacker for the Ohio State Buckeyes, tried to sub into a game and was waved off the field by a coach. So he stormed down the sidelines, took his jersey off and his gloves, threw them into the crowd, went to the locker room, took his stuff off, and left, and now is tweeting F Ohio State.
Wow.
And good luck to my teammates. Dude just quit right in the middle of the game. Dude said, F y'all, I'm done. I'm out of here.
I got to see the video of that here in a little bit. I'm sure it's going to be all over social media.
You want me to hop in for a few?
Do you know where I'm at?
Leo Sanchez.
Yep.
Leo Sanchez with a full PPR, Shepard over Robinson, McLaurin, or Sutton. I would play him over Robinson only. Geo 4239 with the 10 bomb, half PPR. Should I start Myles Gaskin or Amari Cooper? Worried about Cooper since Monday night game. All you at Headliners are great. Keep up the awesome content. Appreciate you, Geo. I'm still going to go with Amari Cooper. He's expected to play. The only way I've set him is if for some reason or another it comes out in the next 24 hours that he's done. Tom Robbins with the 5 bomb in a standard league. I started Robbie Anderson, so I'm already behind. Would you start Javonte Williams, Rager, or Patrick? I mean, if you need upside, the upside is probably going to be Patrick, but I would go with Javonte Williams still here, and hopefully he rips off a big run or something. Shane Fuco with the 20 bomb. Shane, really appreciate you. Thanks so much for the donation. What up, fellas? 10-team full PPR. Got offered Josh Allen, Trey Sermon, and Chase Claypool for Tyson Williams, Marvin Jones, and Melvin Gordon. I would want the Chase Claypool side pretty easy there. I'm not going to lie. I would want the Chase Claypool side. He's probably the best bet in all of it. I don't expect Melvin Gordon to be that much of a guy that can help out any longer. I would take Trey Sermon the rest of the season over him, and hopefully Sermon can take over. So I would go Chase Claypool, Trey Sermon, and Josh Allen there. Joe Lopez with the 5 bomb. Shepard or Claypool as a flex in my PPR. Since it is a PPR, I've got Shepard just a little bit higher still. I'm starting Adams and Amari already. Thank you, Kyle and Jake. Appreciate the advice as always. Thank you, Joe. Brandon something. Need 2 for RB2 in the flex and half PPR. CEH, Pollard, and Sermon. I will go with CEH and Pollard. Nikunj Modai. I messed that up with the 2-bomb. Appreciate you, though. Devin Chakowski. What up, Devin, with the 2-bomb? Keenan Allen or Cooper Kupp? That's Cooper Kupp for me. Why can't you get both in the lineup, though?
Yeah.
Woo! So,
what else do you
still going to
have?
go with Cooper Kupp, but man. Sean Kowong with the 2-bomb. Allen Robinson, Darnell Mooney, or KJ Osborne. Still A-Rob for me. Jose Martinez in a PPR 2 start, 1 flex, please. Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, Cordarrelle Patterson, KJ Osborne, Julio Jones, Jamar Chase, or Rondale Moore. Appreciate the daily count. Okay, if you can get Cordarrelle Patterson into like an RB2 spot, I would rather have him there. But we have to start it says 2 start, 1 flex. I'm assuming you have to start 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, I think we got to pick 3 of them.
Okay, so Mike Evans. If you want more upside than Allen Robinson, then it's Jamar Chase, and I would throw Cordarrelle Patterson into that as well. Ray Mangon with the 99-cent donation. Ray, appreciate you. Ryan Vogel with the 20-bomb. Ryan, appreciate that very generous donation. Current thoughts on Saquon? I think Saquon is going to end up being just fine.
Yep.
It's going to take a little bit of time, so give him. Now we're into week 3. Week 4 is going to get better. Week 5 is going to get better. It's going to get better and better and better. Nakonj Modai, again, I don't know it. My bad. I suck. Full PPR, wide receiver, Woods and Chase, flex Brown, Shepard, and Meyer. If I had to pick one wide receiver, I'll pick Chase over Woods for a little bit more upside. And then flex Brown, Shepard, or Myers. Shepard is going to be safer there. Jean-Paul Lapuente. CMC down, full PPR, Hopkins, Woods, Demont, Sutton on the flex, bench, Hunt, Deontay Johnson, Waddle, and Pollard. Any switches? Bang it up. I kind of like that saying. Bang it up. We might use that at some point. Jean Paul.
Bang it up.
Hopkins, Woods, Demont, Sutton on the flex. No, I'm gonna leave your team as is. Spread aloha. Jake, have you ever burnt Hawaiian pizza?
Burnt it? No, I've never even made it.
You've never made. Okay,
I've eaten it, but I've never made it.
If you do make Hawaiian pizza and you burn it, just make sure that you cook it on aloha temperature.
Wow.
Spread aloha with a 5-bomb. Need an RB2. Hines, Murray, or Patterson. Savage list of backs left. I'm gonna go Cordarrelle Patterson there. Throw some swagwitch emojis in the chat if you guys love that joke. Eric Monez Jr. with the 5-bomb. Full PPR. Who should I flex? Juju, Sutton, Marvin Jones, or Miles Sanders? Who should you flex? Sutton for me. Sutton for me. You guys suck. That was funny. Don't. Ryan Ramey with the 5-bomb. Full PPR. Need flex. Claypool, Marquise Brown, or Javonte Williams. Claypool for me there. Mark Andrews is my tight end, so I'm worried about starting Brown. Y'all are awesome. You're awesome, Ryan. I'm going to go Claypool there. Jose Hernandez, RIP to tags. Appreciate the donation, Jose. Half PPR, Hurts or Brady. Oh, my God. Jake, where do you have Brady at compared to Hurts this week?
Hurts I have at number 6, Brady at number 8.
Okay, there you go. And flex Damian Harris or the Beazle. Since it's a half PPR, I'm going to go Damian Harris there. Next, how bad did I mess up? Traded Jonathan Taylor and Pitts for Waller and J. Robin standard.
I don't think I would have done it. Jose, I love you, bro. Like, literally, you've been with us for a long time.
Yes.
You know you're my boy, but I don't love James Robinson. I just don't. Urban Meyer doesn't.
Right. Yeah, we love James Robinson.
He's just not being used.
Urban Meyer does not for some reason. So no, I would not have done that. I would not have done it. Sith Reapers 80 or 78 full PPR, need one wide receiver and one flex. Julio Jones, Mike Williams, Deebo Samuel, or CEH. I'm okay going Williams and Samuel here. I'm okay with them. I think they've got more upside than CEH this week.
Yep, I don't mind that.
Thank you. And you pronounced my first name perfectly.
Who did?
Nakunj, or however I pronounce it, said I pronounced it perfectly. Oh, wow. My God.
You can't pronounce regular names correctly, but you got that one right.
Gosh. Yes. Bukowski with the 5-bomb. Love the lid, Jake.
My lid?
Buck, do you mean me?
Yeah, I got no lid. I was going to wear the Jarvis Landry helmet, but it's got some stuff in it that I can't wear it. Oh well.
I can't. I wonder if it's like your Let It Flow helmet.
Maybe.
Okay. Do I flex Corey Davis, Henry Ruggs, or JD McKissick? If you need upside, I'm going to go Henry Ruggs there. I don't expect JD McKissick to do exactly what he did last week. Sean McEwen with the 5-bomb. I love the live show. Never missed one. Sean, awesome. But I might have missed my super chat answer from y'all. Sorry. I'm assuming we got Sean McEwen at some point, Jake. It was probably way back, but we have not missed any yet.
We're going line by line.
Yes. Shane Fuco with the 5-bomb. Prayers and condolences to the Tags family. Rip, bro, not gonna lie, he was the only one I loved out of that crew. Well, Shane, we're all feeling it tonight. But they do have some great guys over there, and that crew's hurting right now. So make sure you keep them all in your thoughts. Ryan Vogel with the 50 bomb for Mike. Ryan, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Chris 33, pick, lineup, and flex. Hunt, Williams, Singletary, or McKissick. Adams, Metcalf, Williams, Claypool. I don't know how many you need, Chris. That's the problem. Like, if I have to rank him in order, I'm going to go Hunt, Singletary, Javonte Williams, or Hunt. Is it full PPR? I don't even know. If it's full PPR, it's Hunt, McKissick, Singletary, and Williams. If it's anything under that, it's Hunt, Singletary, Williams, McKissick.
Yep.
Ranking your wide receivers, it is Adams, Metcalf, Claypool. Who's D. Williams for a wide receiver?
I don't know.
Who would I be missing?
Off the top of my head, I got nothing.
Okay. Tight ends, Everett, Mike Gesicki, or Cole Kmet. I would go Kmet, Gesicki, Everett. Deshaun Woods with the 2-bomb. Stop taking my money every week. Deshaun, I can't take something you're willingly giving me.
Yeah.
Davis or Gaskin in a PPR. It's Gaskin, Deshaun. And I had to stop.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad you slowed down a little bit.
Anil Akun.
Yes.
Anil Akun with a 5-bomb, half PPR pick 3. Corey Davis, Chase Edmonds, Cordarrelle Patterson, Tony Pollard, or Sony Michel. It's Cordarrelle Patterson, Tony Pollard, and Chase Edmonds. Corvette Foster, 40 with the 5-bomb. Hey, guys, in a PPR 2, or in a PPR RB2, start 1 and flex start 2. Sermon, Lindsey, Gio, Cordarrelle, T. Higgins, Hollywood, Rondell, Patrick, or Gronk. Okay, so we have to pick an RB2. I'm going to go with Cordarrelle as my RB2, and I'm going to flex Gronk.
Yes.
I'm assuming you can play Cordarrelle as an running back. If you can't, then I would flex him and go with Sermon as my RB2. Brendan Baum with the 2-bomb. Kenny G, Haskin, Hunt, or Boyd for the flex in a full PPR. I'll still go. Where do you have Gaskin and Hunt, Jake?
Let's see here. Gaskin I have at 21, Hunt at 25.
Okay.
But now that we know that Odell Beckham is playing, that's why Hunt was dropped down just a couple spots.
Okay, so Gaskin's going to be there for me in a full PPR. Alejandro Carmona in a full PPR, CEH or Javonte. It's going to be CEH for me. And then need to flex. Rondell, I'm going to assume it's Rondell Moore. And then Mooney, CEH, Javonte, Waddle, or Jamal Williams. Flex 2, CEH is going to be 1. And then out of the other ones, if it's Rondell Moore, then I'm going to go with him as your second one. Lastly, Sutton, Monty, Carson, D. Smith, or Tyson. Pick 4. Sutton, Monty, Carson, and Tyson for me. Tags 82 with a 4-bomb. Appreciate you, Tags 82. MP 199.
Dog just came in here. Sorry. I can't control Chubb. I mean, Chubb kind of just goes where he wants to go.
Chubb the okay. Chubb the puppy hanging out.
Yeah.
MP with the 2-bomb, Gainwell or McKissick in a PPR. It's McKissick. Sean B with the 5-bomb. Have Sutton as my wide receiver 4 and rolling with Sermon, Patterson, Gainwell as RB2s. Any realistic running back trade targets for Sutton? Kamara is top running back. I mean, I need a high-end RB2. That's who I need. I need a high-end RB2. That's what I would need to trade Sutton. As far as realistic values would go, it really depends on your league. I would say maybe take a run at like a DeAndre Swift if someone isn't feeling that just yet. Maybe Damian Harris doesn't have quite enough for me. Maybe check in with the Austin Eckler owner or David Montgomery, some low-end RB1s, high-end RB2s. Those are the guys that I would check in on. Corbin Vaughn with the 2-bomb, A-Rob Woods, Hunt Pittman, Rondell Moore, and a full PPR flex. It's going to be Woods there for me. Nathan Lusk, you guys rock. No, Nathan, you rock. Potential trade. I got both Chubb, JT, and Daryl Henderson, but I get CMC. If you give JT and Damian Harris, what are we thinking? No, I'm keeping Jonathan Taylor right now. It should only be 3 weeks, but
what if it's not?
Yeah,
if it's not, you're screwed.
Yep. Jake Lipskin with a 5-bomb pick, 2 out of the 4 for this week, and general thoughts for the season and a PPR. OBJ, Damian Harris, Gaskin, and Kenyon Drake. Also want to say keep up the great work, guys. Appreciate you, Jake. It's Damian Harris and Gaskin for me. Drake is kind of dead to me at this point. They paid him a lot of money, and they still played Peyton Barber over him last week. So OBJ, as long as he's healthy, OBJ could really, really get back to a strong showing. Satoshi Katagiri with the $279 donation. Trade Kelsey for DK Gibson or Dallas Goedert. Oh, no, my bad. Trade Kelsey for DK Gibson and Goddard. Thanks. If it's a super deep league, like we're talking 16 teams and you need help across your lineup, that's not a bad value. But if we're talking like 10 or 12 teams, no, absolutely not. I'm keeping Kelsey there. E-Man lost CMC, Dak or Daniel Jones. I'm going Dak there. And pick 2 for a full PPR. Woods, Shepard, Sermon, Davis, Michelle Gaskin, Patterson, Ruggs, Ayuk, or Pollard. So if I'm only picking 2 there, it is Shepard. And if you want to be safer, it's Patterson over Woods. Elite Yimmy 7 with the 5-bomb and a full PPR if Higgins is out. Ruggs, Moore, Mooney. I'm going to go with Rondell Moore there. And then what should be the flex? Tyson, Patterson, or James Robinson? I'm going to go with Cordarrelle Patterson. Spencer S. and a PPR flex. Sermon, Ayuk, or Mooney? I'm going to go with Sermon because who knows what's going on with Ayuk and 100%. Mooney with Fields in his first start. No. Appreciate what you're all doing for his family. No, we appreciate you, Spencer. Thank you very much. Connor Benson with the 2-bomb. Need my wide receiver 2 and flex. Julio, Claypool, and Woods. Julio and Claypool have more upside for me.
Yep.
Cristobal Mirande with the 50-bomb. Half PPR flex Gaskin, Sonny Michel, Pollard, or Pittman. I'm going to go with Gaskin there. OG Paul D with his second month as a member here on YouTube. Kyle, do we go Hardman over Rondell Moore again? No, I'm going Rondell Moore. Also, Sermon or CEH. This week, I'm going to go CEH. I'm a headliner. Love it, OG Paul. Appreciate you. Jason Moa with the 2-bomb. Rondell Moore or Lamb. It's 100% Lamb there. Sermon or OBJ in the flex. With Landry's out, I want to say OBJ.
I don't mind the gamble. It's just have to know that going into it, that may totally backfire.
Yeah. Chris Blumetti with the 10-bomb there. Kyle, you need to stream Halo Infinite when it comes out in December for Headliner Gaming. I'm playing the flight and it's fire. I don't have an Xbox, so if I were to do it, I would need to do it on my PC. We'll have to see because that is a lot to stream from one PC. I don't have a dual setup right now. Also, what do you start this week and a half PPR? OBJ, Melvin Gordon, or Sterling Shepard? It's Sterling Shepard. Villamai, you with the 10-bomb, but retracted the message. Appreciate the donation, but don't retract your messages, ladies and gentlemen. We will get to them. K2 with the 2-bomb. Panthers D, legit keeper rest of season. Bears and my waivers. I would just keep the Panthers for right now. They are playing well, and they make a lot of pressure up front.
Hey, Kyle, just so you know, if we can get 150 more likes, I'm going to let it flow again.
Ooh, another 150 likes, and we're going to let. Are you saying so? 1,000 likes is what we're.
That puts us at 1,000. We're at 140 away now with 1,200 people watching.
All right, 1,000 likes, and Jake is going to let it flow again. Easy Eddie 32 and a half PPR for running back and 2-point PPR for wide receiver. Need 1 running back 2 and 1 flex. Moss, no. Rojo, Emmanuel Sanders, Rager, Henfro, Brian Edwards. RIP to tags. Appreciate that, Easy Eddie. I am going to go with, because you get 2 points for wide receivers, I'm going to go Emmanuel Sanders. And then for your running back, I guess I will go Zach Moss over Rojo, and I'm just going to hope to God he finds the end zone.
He's going to need to.
Wally Ishmael with the 5 bomb. Pick one running back, Hunt, Williams, or Patterson in a full PPR. I'm going to go Cordarrelle Patterson there. Tags 82 with the 10 bomb. Rodgers or Jones in a standard total points league for this week. Oh my God. I saw the next comment. Rodgers or Jones in a standard. I'm still going to go with Aaron Rodgers there. Mark Wood says, cover me in bacon jam and call me Kermit.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That fits though, because that's a tailgate chef recipe. I did some bacon jam, the Kermit joke from a week ago. Yeah, that was well played, Mark.
Nick Torres with the 5 bomb. Need 2 for the flex spots and a half PPR. Hawkinson, Sutton, Sterling Shepard, or Marvin Jones Jr. 2 for the flex spots. I'm going to go. I really want to say Hawkinson because he's getting so many targets right now. But Sterling Shepard is probably getting the same amount of targets. And I like his matchup a little bit better this week, but you've got Ingram back. Oh my God. Sutton and Hawkinson's probably safer. You think, Jake? Hawkinson over Sterling Shepard?
I mean, I think it's just safer just due to the amount of volume that he could potentially get. I mean, he's just being like targeted consistently. And who else do they look at in the red zone? I mean, especially like inside the 5, it's Hawkinson. That's all I got.
Yeah. Mark Woods with the 2 bomb. RIP, best wishes to his family. Appreciate that, Mark. Thank you so much. Rest of season 2-point PPR. Rager, Sanders, Van Jefferson, or Elijah Moore. I would have to assume it's going to be Elijah Moore. As soon as him and Zach Wilson get on the same page, it is going to be a tough wide receiver to stop. Jamison Crowder hasn't been playing at all, so it's giving him that opportunity to get there. Only 40 more likes before Jake lets it flow again.
Yep.
So if I had to go rest of the season, I would probably bet on Elijah Moore. David Perry with the 5 bomb. Juju or Beasley. Prayers up. Appreciate that, David. Juju for me.
Yep.
Tarnished Templar with the 5 bomb. Need flex help. Choose one. Pittman, Chase, Patterson, Patrick, or Darnell Mooney in a standard format. Since it's standard, it's Jamar Chase for me. Randy Horsley, pick one. Corey Davis, OBJ, Mooney, or Fuller in a full PPR. It's OBJ for me. David Perry, PPR, Juju or Beasley. It's Juju. Jeremy Wilson with the 2 bomb trade. Damian Harris for Metcalf. Give me Metcalf 150% there, Jeremy. RIP to tags. Appreciate that, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Piff with the 5 bomb. 2 wide receivers. Evans, Devontae, Rondell Moore, Woods, or Pittman. I'm going to go Evans and Woods there. And 1 flex. Also have Melvin Gordon to choose from. All those players listed. Also starting. If I have to choose one for the flex, then I'm going to go Rondell Moore there for some supreme upside. Caleb with the 2 bomb. Jamar Chase or Darrell Henderson at the flex and a half PPR. I'm okay to go with Chase there. Ray Mangon with the 5 bomb. PPR for the flex. Terry, Hunt, Tyson Williams, Sutton, Javonte, or Sermon. Thanks, and RIP to tags. PPR for the flex is going to be Terry McLaurin for me. Mini Jordan 718 in a PPR. Pick 2. Sermon, White, OBJ, Jamar, and Devonta Smith. Since it is a full PPR, I'm going to go James White and Jamar Chase. It's Perger with the 499. Play 3 in a full PPR. Justin Jefferson, yes. Amari Cooper, yes. Debo Samuel, Shepard, or Hollywood Brown. I've got Debo a little bit higher than Shep this week. Cameron with the 2 bomb. CEH or Gaskin this week in a full PPR. Do you have CH over Gaskin, Jake? I think I do too.
I have them back-to-back. CH at 20, Gaskin at 21.
Okay, so CEH for me. Hector Padron with the 5 bomb. Carr is second best QB in PPR points so far. I have Carr, Hurts, and Ryan. Which QB should I drop? It's Ryan for me. Drop James White or Connor. I would keep James White over Connor, especially if it's PPR. Drop Brown, Colts, or Raiders. You should never have that many, and I would hold on to the Colts and the Raiders over Browns. Deshaun Woods with the 2 bomb. I'm back. Pick 2. Deshaun, you want me to stop taking your money and you're coming back for more. Pick 2. Hunt, Davis, Cephas, or Gaskin in a PPR. I'm going to go Hunt and Gaskin there. Cooking with Rick with a 5 bomb. Pick 2 of the 3. Sutton, Juju, or Antonio Gibson.
Oof.
I would go Sutton, and then if it's PPR, do you go Juju over Antonio Gibson?
I think if it's full PPR, I go Juju, but anything else, I go with Gibson.
Okay, yep, that's what I was thinking as well. Ulysses Ventura and a half PPR. QB1, Mahomes. QB2, Hurts or Rodgers. I would go with Hurts over Rodgers because of all the rushing upside he has right now.
But they're close though.
Yeah, Ryan Vesh. Do I trade CMC and Rondell Moore for Tyreek Hill and Tyson Williams in a PPR? That's a pretty darn good trade, honestly. I mean, if you're trading CMC hurt and getting a wide receiver one of the wide receiver ones, yeah, that's okay. And then you get to stack him with Mahomes. Oh, then you have Mahomes and CEH and him. That gets a little rough.
That's a lot, yeah.
Evans and Juju are your wide receivers. I mean, you're winning that trade, but your running backs are going to be a mess the rest of the season.
Yeah, you're going to have a headache every week.
So I don't know if I make that trade right now. I think I might have to wait and see how it plays out. But if you're comfortable with Tyson Williams, then run with it. Box 02 with the 2-bomb, PPR pick 2, AJ Brown, Mike Williams, Sterling Shepard, Robert Woods. AJ Brown and Mike Williams have the highest upside for me. Andrew S. Headliner gang, what's up? Loving how business is boom for you all. Appreciate that, Andrew, because we are loving it too. We appreciate everybody. Thanks so much for the support. Just need one flex and a full PPR. Kenyon versus the Dolphins, Tyson versus the Lions. That's Tyson 100%. XX Rocket with the 2-bomb. Appreciate you. McLovin in a PPR pick 3. OBJ, Kenyon Drake, Mike Davis, Cortland Sutton, Jamal Williams. It's Sutton, OBJ, and Davis for me. 10M with the 5-bomb. Running backs are CMC, sad face, Chubb, and Damian Harris. Just traded Mike Davis for AJ Brown. Do I pick up another running back or try and coast on those two for the next 2 weeks? I mean, if there's somebody that you can pick up, yeah, pick them up, especially if you can get like Chuba Hubbard still. I would grab him for the next couple of weeks until CMC gets back. But the Mike Davis for AJ Brown trade was fantastic, even if it does leave you a little short at running back. Francisco Leventhal with the 2-bomb. Bench 1 PPR. Gibson, Gaskin, Drake, Pitts, and Gronk. It's Drake 115,000%. We only need 14 likes, 13 likes now to let it flow. So 13 people of the 1,100 watching, just hit like real quick, and we're going to let it flow. Speed Attack with the 2-bomb, full PPR flex, Claypool, Sermon, or Mike Davis. I'm going to go Claypool there. It just went all the way to the bottom.
I got you. I'll wait till, because we only got a couple more likes to go. Daichi, good trade. Mike Williams, Ty Williams, Rondell Moore for Julio Jones and Zach Parcell. Autocorrect is not your friend because it means Pascal. Should I even trade a running back? I have Chubb, Robertson, Mitchell, and Ty. So I'm guessing that's Tyson Williams, Elijah Mitchell. Who's Robertson as a running back? I'm at a loss. I don't know. Is it a good trade to trade Mike Williams? I'm guessing that's Tyrell Williams, which is not needed right now. Rondell Moore. If you got back Julio Jones and Zach Pascal, I mean, it's a pretty even trade all the way across the board. Not being able to tell who all your running backs are, though, I don't know if you should make a trade. Obviously, by looking at it, though, we know Mitchell's banged up. I don't know who Robertson is, so Tyson Williams and Chubb's really all you got, so I'm not going to be trading any of them. And then it scrolled on me too, Kyle, so now I'm going back.
We just hit 1,062 likes.
Okay, so should I get ready?
That was a lot of wait, we were just barely at 1,000 and then we got like 60.
Yeah. Well, it was your
all
asking
right, so
nicely.
who was the last one that you read?
Timmy
Tran or Nando?
I did Daichi last, so now we're at Timmy Tran.
Okay. All right, so let me do Timmy Tran and then Jake is going to let it flow again. Sit 2.5 PPR. A-Rod, Shepard, Chase, Tyson Williams, Kirk, and Rondell Moore. Also, should I keep Brissett at the super flex? I mean, if you don't have another quarterback option, then yeah, you'll keep him there over some of these other guys, especially if the QB scoring is a lot higher than these. But if it's across the board even, then I'm going to go, if I have to sit 2, I'm going to sit Kirk. I'm going to play A-Rod, Shepard, Chase, and Tyson Williams and sit Kirk and Moore. Unless scoring is even across the board, then I'll go Moore over Brissett and the super flex. Unless Hopkins is out, and then I would play Kirk there instead.
That was a tough one.
You want to let it flow?
I'm going to let it flow right now.
Okay.
Are you ready? All right, here we go. We're going to do this, and we're going to do it as best as we possibly can. Before we get started, though, start throwing in some hashtag tags in the chat, though, because we're going to do our best here to let it flow and show some final support here as the night is just getting later. Obviously, we're going to get through all the rest of the questions here, but I want to see some hashtag tags in the lineup and some let it flow emojis, because here we go. I'm going to go till I almost pass out, Kyle. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. How about David Waldo? Are you worried about Kamara? If so, is he a trade? No, it's only been 2 weeks in fantasy football. We're not worried just yet. Give it a couple more weeks. Miles Sanders or Dave Montgomery? I like that you called him Dave, Jamie, but that's probably who I'm going to go with here this week. Hopefully, the rushing ability of Justin Fields opens things up for Dave Montgomery, the Q. He knows what he's doing. He's throwing out let it flow emojis. We have Sutton or Mike Williams. I like both of them, Jihad Hopkins. Personally, if it's me, though, I'm going to go with Mike Williams by a hair. Ryan Shaheen, full PPR, pick 2. Mixon, Saquon, Najee, and pick 1 of a quarterback between Herbert and Dak. Man, you have to sit some of these guys. Mixon, Saquon, Najee. I can have to sit one of them. I'm going to sit... I'm going to gamble a little bit, honestly, and I'll sit Mixon, but I don't love doing that. Absolutely not. Joel Nendovich, let it flow, bro. Joel, I'm trying to right this second. Angel Diaz says, let it flow. What's going on out there, Angel? Bulls Pippin, half PPR, need a QB, a wide receiver, and a flex. Herbert or Hurts, Devontae Smith, Evans, Montgomery, hashtag let it flow. So in a half PPR, need a quarterback, wide receiver, and a flex. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. We're going to pair him up and stack him with Devontae Smith, and then we're going to flex David Montgomery. The last question that for Ryan Shaheen, I never gave him a quarterback between Herbert or Dak. Right now, I still have Dak 2 spots higher. Let's scroll down a little bit here. It's going absolutely crazy. Some long questions. I can't do really long questions and let it flow. Keep them quick, keep them short. Damian or Sutton in the flex for Freddie Martinez. If you want to play it safer, it's Damian Harris. He's the safe floor play. If you feel like you need to chase points, you need that higher ceiling, that's when you go Cortland Sutton. Chris Biley says a half PPR in a flex spot is if Hopkins can't go. Javonte Williams, Myers, or Patterson. Same type of thing. If you want to play it safer, you go with Javonte Williams. If you want to gamble a little bit, that's when you go Cordero Patterson. Griffin Kozak, full PPR. Start 1 wide receiver, a flex, and flex 1 also. Marvin Jones, Claypool, Shepard, Melvin Gordon, Singletary. Claypool is going to be one of them for me as my wide receiver. And for the flex spot, that's where I'm going to go with Sterling Shepard. A lot of hashtag tags out there. A lot of let it flow emojis. Love to see that. Traded Chase Edmonds for Javonte Williams, Ginger Fit Dad. I don't hate that because I don't think that you're reliant on Chase Edmonds right now. And as the season progresses, Javonte Williams could take more and more of a role. And I've liked what I've seen from him here in the early part of the season. Christian Ragsdale, Sutton or Javonte Williams in the flex, let it flow. I'm still going to go with Sutton there. I do like what I'm seeing from Javonte, but Sutton's still a little bit higher of a ceiling on a weekly basis. Mike Davis or Pollard in a full PPR for Will M. I'm going to go Pollard there. I don't trust Mike Davis in this backfield, especially now that he's splitting touches with Cordero Patterson. Vendare Charles. Allen Robinson or Antonio Gibson in the flex spot. Doesn't say if this is PPR or not. The safer option, in my opinion, is going to be Antonio Gibson still this week. Xavier, flex in a standard league, Jamar Chase or Kareem Hunt. I want to gamble and go with Jamar Chase, but if you don't want to gamble, playing it safer, that's when you go Kareem Hunt. Personally, I'm going Chase. Quintez Cephas or Mecole Hardman in the flex for Kaheem Jones. I'm going to go with Quintez Cephas, and I want that volume. The more likely they're going to be trailing, they're going to have to be throwing, and Quintez Cephas got us 10 fantasy points in the first drive of last week's game. We know he can do it. We know he's capable. That's where I'm going this week. Should I stash Mitchell for Ricardo? Are you talking about Elijah Mitchell? You can, but he's hurt, and I hate stashing hurt players in a backfield that's just going to be a mess the rest of the season, so it's kind of hard to do that as of right now. Depends who you have to drop to pick him up as well. Jaws, Zach Pascal or Sammy Watkins? Man, if Carson Wentz was 100% healthy, I'm going Pascal. Being that he's not, he may not even make it the entire game, that worries me a little bit more because then we have to rely on Jacob Eason, and I don't know if I want to do that. And Brent Hundley, so I'm going to go with Sammy Watkins here this week. Big Papa in the house. Trade Zeke for Swift and Damian Harris in a full PPR. I don't know who your other running backs are, Big Papa. If you need some more depth, I don't hate it, but Zeke is the best player in this trade right now, so you have to admit that you're taking a little bit of a risk, but you get that added depth if you need it. Phenomenal John, Swift or Barkley in a full PPR. I have to believe that the turnaround for Barkley is coming. The first 2 weeks, a little bit rough, but his snap percentage doubled from week 1 to week 2, so I'm going with Barkley here this week. Games and Bros. What's going on, Games and Bros? Need to go after a running back through trade. Cook or Taylor? Well, as much as I love Dalvin Cook, I'm going to trade for the guy at least that I know is 100% healthy right now, and that's Jonathan Taylor. Trading for Cook, you're going to have to pay a high price because he's scoring a lot of points, and you're getting in return a player who's a little bit banged up right now, and that's worrisome. So you probably be able to get Taylor for a lot less. Fuller or Osborne in standard for Carlos Flores? Man, they are both boom or bust, especially with no Tua there. Now we got to rely on Jacoby Brissett. Does Brissett rely on Fuller? Does he go towards Devontae Parker? Does he utilize Mike Gesicki? There's so many other options there in that offense. Osborne more boom or bust, but that's who I'm choosing this week. E-Man, we want Patterson over Woods in a full PPR. I think Patterson is still safer at this point, and that's the problem because he's utilized on the ground and through the air. He gives you the safer floor. Woods, even though we love us some Bobby Trees, he's still somebody who has yet to really become a huge focal point of this offense. I do believe that's going to change at some point, but he's just a little bit riskier until we actually see that happen. Joey Razzo, flex CEH or Claypool in a full PPR. CEH going to have the safer floor, but honestly, I'm gambling on Claypool here this week. Robert Christensen, Kirk Cousins, or Daniel Jones? I hate to say this, but I have Daniel Jones a couple spots higher, and I hope that he doesn't burn a lot of people this week after his play the last few weeks. Galladay, Jamar Chase, Sutton, or Odell. Pick 2 for Jaman Kenkin. Galladay, Chase, Sutton, or Odell. I have to pick 2. That's tough because there's a lot of options. Being that we haven't seen Galladay really be that part of this offense, we think it's coming, but we haven't seen it yet. And Odell coming off of injury in his first ever game where they're probably going to rely a lot on the run here this week. I'm going to go Jamar Chase and Cortland Sutton. Jack McBain, full PPR, pick 1 wide receiver, 1 flex out of Allen, which I'm guessing is Keenan Allen, DK Metcalf, Najee Harris, Joe Mixon, James Robinson, Julio Jones, and Jamar Chase. I can only pick 2 of these guys. Your team is absolutely stacked. I'm going to go with Metcalf and Harris, I guess. I hate sitting Julio, Chase, and Allen, but you're totally loaded. That has to be like an 8-team league right there. Jaws, Devontae Smith, or OBJ. I'm going to gamble a little bit. I'll go Devontae Smith in a game going up against Dallas, in which they're probably going back and forth a little bit. Joseph Tembo, Juju, or Sterling Shepard in a full PPR. In a full PPR, I'll go with Juju in hopes that he sees that added volume with no Deontay Johnson this week. Thomas Corte is telling Caleb, no way. So Caleb, whatever the question was, Thomas says, heck no. Shooby-doo. Marquise Brown or OBJ? I want to see it from OBJ first, so give me Marquise Brown. Will Dalton Cook play? JJ Hernandez. I don't know who Dalton Cook is. If you mean Dalvin Cook, I believe he plays. If I had to put a number on it, I'm about 80% confident that he plays. Brutus Buttkiss, let it flow. Cooper or Marquise Hollywood Brown for the flex? See, this is the problem. I have Cooper higher, but it's a huge risk because he plays Monday Night Football, and if there's any setback late Sunday, early Monday, you're going to be screwed. If you want to play it safer, it's Marquise Hollywood Brown. Komet or Janu in a PPR, hashtag tags. Love to see that Red Hulk. I'm gonna go with Komet this week here out of those 2 options. Rams or Raiders defense. Give me the Raiders defense this week going up against Miami with Jacoby Brissett. Julio Jones or Chase Claypool in a half PPR. Silver Surfer. I like both. If I have to choose just one, this may be stupid, this may not be smart, but honestly, something's telling me that Chase Claypool Day is coming here tomorrow, and that's going to be my choice. Corey Davis or Michael Pittman for Hugo Alexio. I don't like it, Hugo. I don't like either. I'm going to go with Michael Pittman, but I'm worried because of the quarterback situation. Marvin Jones or Brown? I'm guessing that's Hollywood Brown. I'm guessing, being that I don't know for sure who else that is, I'm going to go with Marvin Jones against the banged-up secondary of Arizona. A lot easier to throw on Arizona than it is to run on Arizona. Gaskin or Damian Harris. I'm going to go Damian Harris. Damian Harris by a hair, I guess I can say. We did that one. Which Denver running back do you trust moving forward? Moving forward as the season progresses, more and more and more, it's going to go the way of Javonte Williams. The guy looks great. He's more efficient than Melvin Gordon. What's really hampering him right now is people look at stat sheets, they look at box scores, and Melvin Gordon has, more yards, but that's just because of one big play, and they're blowing it out of proportion. But overall, Javonte Williams is going to be that guy going forward. Whew.
All right. Let me try and get through. We're really close to being caught up with super chats. Let me try and get through as many of these as I possibly can right now. Nando with the 5-bomb. In a super flex spot, should I start Jacoby, Devontae Smith, or Cephas? PPR opponent has Goff. I lost Tua, and Kyler is my number one. I'm probably going to go with Jacoby there because the Smith and Cephas upside just don't excite me this week. Chris Gulas with the 5-bomb. Rate this trade. I sent Odell and Cordell Patterson for James Robinson and Higbee. Got Gronk at tight end and down bad at running back. Solid at wide receiver. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I would have kept Odell and Cordell Patterson. Is Patterson not running back eligible in your league? Because he's running back eligible in almost every platform I've looked at this point. I can't remember. There might be one, but he either has running back eligibility everywhere or RB and wide receiver eligibility. And I'd rather have him right now over Robinson. Kleppy with the 2-bomb. Should I trade Debo for Amari Cooper? I would just hold Debo for right now with Amari Cooper going through a little bit of an injury bug here. Geo4239, team wants to trade me Michael Carter for Pittman and Tyson Williams and Michael Carter and Pittman for Tyson Williams and Tim Patrick. Good deal or not? Thanks for all you guys do. I would take Carter and Pittman, honestly, because Patrick isn't going to be viable once Judy gets back. And Carter could very well be taking that backfield here in the next couple of weeks. So I would take Carter and Pittman. PPR from Hector Padron with 5-bomb. PPR, I have Jones, Swift, Hilaire, and Montgomery. Should I trade one of these for Hawkinson or Mike Williams? If not, should I trade OBJ for Hawk or Mike Williams? I mean, if you could get Hawkinson for OBJ and then trade CEH for Mike Williams, if you really need help at wide receiver, I would rather have those 4 running backs and just have CEH on the bench on a weekly basis in case you have an injury. Charlie Body with the 2-bomb, full PPR flex. Fuller, James White, or Devonta Smith. Full PPR will be White there for me. Logan Davis, flex Javonte Williams or CEH. Joseph Miller with the 5-bomb, trade for a better RB3. Super flex, PPR RB, Henry, Eckler, Jacobs, Javonte. Wide receivers are DK, CD, Julio, Debo. Tight end, Gronk, Higbee, QB Father Time, and Stafford.
Brady.
I mean, do I want another running back, an RB3? Yes. Once Jacobs comes back, I think he's going to score enough to be a good RB3. So I would be fine with that. I'd probably try to hold out for right now. If not, I would see maybe if a team would bite on Julio, but it would have to be a pretty decent running back. XX Rocket with the 5-bomb. Please rate this trade in a standard league. I traded Wilson and Robinson for Gordon and Harris. Is it James Robinson or Allen Robinson? Because that's going to be the problem. Yeah. I don't know. And I'm assuming this is Melvin Gordon. I would have never traded for Melvin Gordon. So it depends for me. If it's James Robinson, I'll take Harris over James Robinson. You have Mahomes, so you didn't need Wilson. But I would have tried to trade Wilson only for a better running back. If Jacobs and Drake weren't very good for you, I mean, it depends. If you traded for Melvin Gordon, I probably wouldn't have done that, especially if it's Allen Robinson. If it was James Robinson, then I'm okay with that. Alan Osorio, love you all, Headliner Nation. Keep up the great work. Got Gibson traded away, Damian Harris, and is it Tyrell Williams or Tyson Williams? Probably Tyson Williams. Yep. Now I have Chubb, Eckler, Henderson, and Gibson. How would you rate that trade? I don't mind it. Gibson probably has a higher ceiling if McKissick would go away. But you have the opportunity there, a little bit more opportunity than what Harris will present. The show with a 5-bomb, Robinson, Hunt, Javonte, Patterson, Jamal Williams, full PPR pick 1. I mean, it's Cordarrelle Patterson for me here. Probably at this point is a little bit more upside if that's Allen Robinson. Roger, what's going on? Roger Wilco, yo, flex Henderson, Tyson, or Mike Davis this week.
That'd be Tyson.
probably got to go Tyson over Henderson because we don't really know Henderson's status right now. He's going to be a game time decision. Mark Gorton Jr., what up, Mark? Drake or Sermon in a half PPR? Sermon, 100%. Red Hulk with the 5 bomb. Plan for Cook. I have no other 4 p.m. starters but Henderson. Scoop up Madison or start Claypool or Mike Davis instead of Cook in a PPR league. I would wait until tomorrow and see what happens. If it looks like they're announcing Cook is probably going to be a go, then I'll roll with Cook. If you can scoop up Madison, do it, but don't drop anyone of huge value to do it either. If not, if you haven't heard anything by the time games start, then I would go with Claypool. CJ Williams with the 5 bomb. Hunt or White in a half PPR. Is Ingram worthy of a start? I don't want to start Ingram yet. And in a half PPR, I would probably still go with Hunt over White right now. Mitchell Thurner with the 2 bomb. Herbert or Dak? I'm going to go with Dak. I have McCaffrey. I need a big game. Dak has the most upside. Thomas Adams with the 5 bomb. Zach Pascal or Sammy Watkins? Definitely like Sammy Watkins this week. He's probably going to be a little bit more safer. He's not going to have a score like Zach Pascal. So I would go with Sammy Watkins, not knowing exactly how long Carson Wentz may be in the game. Chris Blametti with the 10 bomb, but retracted the message. Appreciate the donation, Chris. Eric Ramirez with the 5 bomb. Full PPR on my RB 1, 2, and flex. Cook, Harris, Montgomery, Wilson, Williams, and Pittman. It's Cook, Harris, and Montgomery for me. Keep an eye on it. If you see anything that says Cook might not play, then go with Tyson Williams. Do Harris or Montgomery play in the late?
Harris, Montgomery. Doesn't look like it.
New England's at 1. And who was the other one?
Montgomery in Chicago there, or Chicago and Cleveland's earlier too.
Early. Okay. So I was going to say you could put one in the flex and switch, but you can't do that. Ray Mangon with the 5 bomb. Hill, Terry, DJ Moore, Sutton at wide receiver, Saquon, Carson, Hunt, Sermon, Javonte at running back. Should I trade for higher end RB? Who should I toss up if so? I mean, it's wildly difficult to try and answer these questions in the live chat because we have no idea what all the teams look like, scoring format, things of that nature. Do you have keepers? I mean, should you trade for a higher RB? I mean, you've got Saquon, Carson, Hunt, and Sermon right now. Javonte could take over. I would personally run with what you have right now. And if Sermon absolutely bombs this week or doesn't look like he's going to get the run of things, then maybe try to move Sutton before Judy comes back. But you're going to have to get somebody, like you need to get like a high-end RB2 of some kind. Start Dalvin Cook or Javonte Williams tomorrow. If Cook is going to play, I'm going to play Cook. So you'll have to keep an eye on it. If you don't see anything by the morning, I probably still risk it with Javonte Williams. I mean, Javonte Williams is probably an afternoon game, right? He is. So you can wait. You can wait because they only kick off 20 minutes before Minnesota. So just keep an eye on it. And if Cook's out, go with Javonte Williams. RSR with the 5 bomb, full PPR. I'm starting to lose my voice. Full PPR, need 1 to flex. A-Rob, Devonta Smith, Shepard, or pick up Marvin Jones from Raybird. I'll play Shepard there. Jones been solid and getting sick and tired of starting A-Rob. I'm going to go with Shepard.
But don't give up on A-Rob just yet.
Yeah. Don't get rid of A-Rob. Don't drop him. Don't try and trade him. Just wait. Kimi Yaga, 13.5 PPR. RB2, Patterson or Sermon? Going to go with Patterson there. Roger Wang with a 2 bomb. RIP tags. Appreciate that. Roger and a half PPR. Need a wide receiver 3. Mooney, Patrick, or Sanders. I'm going to go with Emmanuel Sanders this week. I have him listed as a start. Kobe Young, Najee Williams, Eckler, Montgomery, Patterson. Start 3 in a full PPR. It's Najee, Eckler, and Montgomery for me. Telugu, McKellu with a 2 bomb. Mixon or Sermon, Debo or Claypool. 100% Mixon. Mm-hmm. And then Debo or Claypool. I'm going to go with Debo still here.
Debo probably still safer.
Yes. Thick Nips.
Ooh.
Okay. Thick Nips. With a 5 bomb, full PPR flex. Sermon, Renfro, or Chenault. I'll go with Sermon there still. And in the second in a full PPR flex, Robert Woods, Henderson, or Allen Robinson. I've got Allen Robinson a little bit higher than Woods right now. Thanks, fellas. Keep it thick. Oh my God. Darian Halliburton with a 5 bomb. Should I super stack starting Murray, Ridley, Godwin, Moore? Who should I flex? David Montgomery or Christian Kirk for the super stack again? Oh, it's Montgomery. The stack means nothing for me there. David Montgomery is 150% a better option than Christian Kirk. Christian
Mayanove.
Rate my trade and half PPR. Traded more for James White. What more? DJ Moore?
It better not have been DJ Moore.
I really hope it wasn't DJ Moore. I don't care how bad your wide receivers were. DJ Moore was way, way more value than what James White was. So I don't know who exactly it was. Hopefully it's DJ Moore or not DJ Moore. If it is, unfortunately, I do believe you probably lost that trade there.
Yeah.
Chris Blumetti with the 5-bomb. You answer my chat. Sorry for the retraction, but Halo is fire. Appreciate it, Chris. Thank you. Nicholas Johnson 5. No calf cam tomorrow.
I don't know if he wants the calf cam, Kyle.
Oh my God, Nicholas, you don't have a choice. With the Q with the 20 bomb, ripped to tags, love for his family. Great to see the nation giving back. Will Brady break records for a QB next week in his return to Foxborough? I would not doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it either.
Michael Thompson with the 5-bomb. Appreciate you, Michael. Jake G with the 279 donation. Chase Edmond. No, it went to the bottom. Oh my God.
Jake G, is that where you left off?
Yeah, hold on.
He said if Henderson plays, start him over CEH. Thanks, boys. Either way, honestly, I'm playing CEH because even if Henderson plays, they've already come out and said they're taking it easy with him. They want to play it safe.
There we go. Chris 33. You guys are awesome. Standard need 2 running backs. Hunt, Williams, or Singletary. I'm going to go with Hunt and Williams there still. Need 1 flex. Claypool Smith or the 3rd ranked running back. I'll go with Claypool. I'll go with Claypool there for the upside. And then Gano. Oh my God. Kicker questions. Oh my gosh.
Gano or Boswell? I'll go Boswell.
Why don't I see Boswell anywhere in my rankings?
I don't know. I pay no attention to kickers. Like
It's really weird. I've got Gano at 8 though.
Oh, well, all right, go with him. It's a kicker.
It's a kicker.
Pick somebody who's healthy.
Derek Preston with the 5-bomb. QB start. Herbert or Stafford? I think this is really close, is it not, Jake?
Herbert, Stafford, I got it.
Maybe.
12, 11 is Stafford. So Stafford by 1 spot.
Stafford a little higher. I have Bobby Trees, wide receiver 2, and Mike Williams at the flex. Also need an RB2. James Robinson or James White. Thanks, Headliner Nation. If it's a full if it's a full PPR or a half PPR, we go with James White. If it's a standard, James White loses a ton of value. You probably still play James Robinson then and just hopefully he finds the end zone.
Yep.
Baytown with the 5-bomb and a full PPR bench. Cooks started Carson Edmonds with Pittman in the flex. Should I put in Madison as my flex? I have Osborne, Pollard, Tyson Jones on my bench. I mean, I would play Pollard over Pittman in the flex right now if I were you. Ray with the 5-bomb. I'm not playing Madison in the flex unless Cook is out. So yeah. Ray with the 5-bomb and a full PPR pick 2. CD, Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, Rondell Moore. I'm still going to go CD and Mike Evans here.
Yep.
Lawrence Hield with the 10-bomb PPR. Waddle or Slayton. Waddle's probably a little bit safer than Slayton this week. I don't trust that Slayton's going to see as many targets. Greg Schroeder with the 5-bomb trade and a half PPR. Mixon and Harris for Adams and J-Rob. No, keep Mixon and Harris, please.
Yes.
You have Dalvin Montgomery. Wide receivers are Hoppin and Murray Rogers. No.
Keep what you got.
We're not doing that, Greg. What is it with so many people trading for James Robinson?
I don't know. James Robinson should not be a trade target for anybody.
No, I understand you're trying to buy low right now, but we're not trading high-end assets to buy low.
No.
Taylor Lancaster with the 2-bomb, but retracted his message. Appreciate it, Taylor. Kyle Riley with the 2-bomb. Land Woods, Hopkins, Moore, Shepard need 3. It's Lamb, Hopkins, Shepard for me. Bob H with the 2-bomb. Chase Edmonds or Amari Cooper in the flex in a full PPR. I'm still going to go with Amari Cooper. Eric Ramirez with the 5-bomb, but retracted his message. Assassin Killer with the 5-bomb. Marquise Brown, Sterling Shepard, or OBJ in the flex in a half-point PPR. I'm going to go Sterling Shepard still there. Pasta Prince with a 5-bomb and a non-PPR. Need a wide receiver and a flex. Debo, Rondell, CEH, Tyson Williams. I'm going to go with Debo and Tyson Williams. Wait, do you have CEH higher than Tyson Williams?
No, I got Tyson Williams higher.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep.
Then let's go Debo and Tyson Williams there. I started to say it, then I second guessed myself. Also with Gibson at RB2, how much more disdain will I have for Rivera after week 3?
Probably a little bit.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Look at the matchup. They're going up against Buffalo. It's one of the best defenses in football. So it's not a great game for him to get back on track just yet, but it's coming. The schedule's going to get easier here in the next few weeks.
Trishan Carey with the 2-bomb, but retracted the message. Irwin Ball with the 5-bomb. Appreciate you, Irwin. John Groth with the 2-bomb. PPR, grade the trade. Deontay Gaskin for Ridley. I would take Ridley there. That's my side. I mean, if that's what you got, great. Michael Thomas with the 2-bomb. Rondell Moore or Marvin Jones Jr. in the full PPR. It's going to be Marvin Jones. Ray with the 10-bomb and a full PPR pick 2. CD, Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, Rondell Moore. Still going to go Evans and CD here. Yep. Alex Mills with the 5-bomb. Chase Claypool or Devontae Smith. It's Chase Claypool. Baltic Swift with the 5-bomb. Do I trade Dalvin Cook, Allen Robinson, and Kyle Pitts for Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, and Hawkinson? Dalvin is the best player there, but I would take Hill over Robinson and Hawkinson over Pitts.
Yeah, so I think I make that trade.
Yeah, I like that trade for you.
Yep.
Charlie Body with the 2-bomb, but message retracted. Nicholas Tocious.
Oh, yeah, there's no way on anything holy that you're getting that one right.
Nope. James White, Boyd, CEH for the flex. I'll go CEH still here, probably. If it's a full PPR, you could go James White. Probably still going to go CEH, though. Jared with the 5-bomb. Hey, fellas, love the show. Love you, Jared. Need to pick 2 out of these 3. PPR, Allen Robinson, Sterling Shepard, or Debo Samuel. Pick 2 out of the 3. It's Shep and Samuel. Christian Mayonove with the half PPR flex question. Pick 1. KJ Osborne, Jacoby Myers, James White, Quintus Cephas. I'm going to go with Cephas over everybody since it's half PPR. I was close to going White if it's full PPR, but I'll go with Cephas there. Shooby-Doo with the
Shooby-Dooby-Doo.
Cordarrelle Patterson or Mike Evans for the flex. Probably still going to go with Mike Evans there because if he goes off for a couple tutties and you've got Cordarrelle Patterson starting, you're probably going to
hate yourself. Yep.
For my flex full PPR, Shepard, Claypool, or Hollywood. Since it's full PPR, I do have Shepard higher.
That's for you, Ray. Ray Gothrow.
Ray Gothrow. There we go. Okay, so for flex full Shepard, right? That's the one I just answered.
Yep.
Yes, Bob H with the 2-bomb. Chase Edmonds or Amari Cooper in the full PPR. Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Duber Garzin with the 2-bomb. Daichi with the 2-bomb. Drop 49ers, Mitchell, James Robinson, or Ravens Tyson. I'm dropping Elijah Mitchell. He's hurt, not playing right now.
Yep.
James Ross with the 5-bomb. CEH, Patterson, or James White in a half PPR this week. Hope you guys doing all right. With love, appreciate you, James. In a half PPR, still going to go CEH and Patterson over White. KB with the 2-bomb, appreciate you. Devin Collier with the 2-bomb. I traded Debo and Singletary for Kittle's. Thoughts? I don't mind it, especially if your tight end situation was really, really bad. Christian Mayonove, it was Rondell Moore, traded Rondell Moore for White. Okay. I can get on board with that a little bit more.
If it was DJ Moore, would have been
crap
bad.
out of me, Christian.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank with a 5-bomb. Damian Harris or Antonio Gibson this week. Damian Harris is probably going to be safer without that tough matchup. Concerned JD McKissick stealing touches. Yeah, plus the tough matchup. I'm okay with Damian Harris there.
I'm more concerned about the matchup than I am the touches. JD McKissick didn't even get 10 touches. It's not like he was dominating them.
Yeah. Devin Collier with the 2-bomb. Choose 1 to flex. CH Sutton or MP Jr. I'm going to go. Sutton's going to have more upside. If you need more upside to win your matchup, it's going to be Sutton for you. Paradise Connection 530 Claypool or Tyson Williams in the flex, kind of like the last question, right? Tyson Williams may be a little bit safer, but Claypool's going to have a lot more upside since this is the flex and it is Detroit. Probably going to go with Tyson Williams there, even though Claypool probably has a little bit more upside. Bryce Bettish with the 5-bomb. Hey guys, appreciate the streams. Appreciate you, Bryce. Need 1 for the running back and 1 for the flex and a full PPR. Taylor and Mixon, that's the answer right there. Taylor and Mixon, you're flexing both of those guys. They all seem like good picks. Yes, they do, but those are the 2 I'm going with. Duber Garzin, sup boys, love your work. Rondell Moore or Devontae Smith. Smith is probably going to be a little bit safer, but if you do need upside, you can go with Rondell Moore. Luis becoming a member for the 5th month here on YouTube. Wow, this members chat thing is fire. Love it. Appreciate it, Luis. Scroll down again. MJ, running backs, Gibson, Carson, Mixon, Pollard, wide receivers, Woods, Moore, Cooks, Davis, Carson, and Cooks for Allen and Davis. Wait a second. I don't even understand the question here.
Hang on. Where were you at? Sorry.
It's on MJ. It says Arby's, Gibson, Carson, Mixon, Pollard. Wide receiver, Woods, Moore, Cooks, Davis, Carson and Cooks for Keenan Allen and Mike Davis. So are you trading?
I don't.
But you have all three of those guys listed there.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I think that's your lineup already, and then he wants to know if he should trade Carson and Cooks for Allen and Davis. I'm not trading for Mike Davis right now.
No, I mean, I'd rather have Keenan Allen than Cooks, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to get I'm not going to take the drop from Carson to Davis right now.
No.
So start 2 running backs and 3 wide receivers, no flex. So it's going to be Carson and Mixon at the running backs for me. And at the wide receivers, hopefully you already started DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you started Cooks.
Hopefully you did.
But both of them have already played. If you didn't, then I guess you got to start Corey Davis.
Yeah.
So Andrew Tagg with the 5 bomb and a half PPR flex, Marvin Jones Jr., or wait until 4 p.m. and see if Madison is starting. Also have Gaskin and Drake in case Cook does play. I mean, if you want to wait till 4 and then play Gaskin, you can do that. Especially if you have Cook and you're kind of waiting to see what happens.
Yep.
Or if you're looking to flex Madison, if you own him and not Cook for some reason.
You just got to make sure that if Cook is playing, once again, we're not starting Madison if Cook is playing.
Right. Denise Owen with the 5 bomb. Hi, cute boys. Great work, fellas. Would you start Chase Edmonds over CEH in a non-PPR? And a non-PPR, I'm probably still going to run with CEH because Connor gets quite a few carries from Edmonds, where Edmonds sees more passing game work.
Yep.
And then Austin Hooper or Jonnu Smith is going to be Hooper for me this week.
Yep.
Broman with the 5 bomb. Pick 2 out of 3. Devonta Smith, Miles Sanders, and Pittman in a full PPR. I'm going to go with Sanders and Smith there. Gabriel Mozart with the 2 bomb. Allen Robinson or Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown's going to have a lot more upside. So if you need that, Gabriel, that's who I go with. Matthew JMZ and a half PPR, Tannehill or Fields. Tannehill, 100%.
Yep.
Flex, Melvin Gordon or Javonte Williams. Calf Cam, Swagrich. I would do a calf cam right now, but we're in the middle of trying to answer questions.
Yes.
I'm going to go Javonte Williams over Melvin Gordon.
Agreed.
John Groth with the 2 bomb. Do I start Madison or Miles Sanders if Cook sits? I mean, if Cook sits, we're playing Madison.
Yes.
We're playing Madison if Cook sits.
Agreed.
James Gassman with the 5 bomb and a full PPR. Need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Woods, Osborne, Beasley, or Robinson in a full PPR. It's Woods and Beasley for me. Victor Sanson with the 5 bomb. Is Rashad Bateman a drop now that Hollywood Brown is popping off? I mean, I wouldn't drop him unless you don't have any IR spots. I would just put him on IR and leave him.
Yeah,
I also
depends what you have to pick up too. I'm not dropping Rashad Bateman unless you absolutely have to because he's a stud.
Yeah. I traded Tyson for Gaskin, good or bad. I don't mind it because Gaskin can lose touches at any point in time, and Gaskin's kind of got that locked down right now. You have Elliott, Davis, and Javonte. Yeah, I would go with Gaskin instead right now.
Yep.
Ray with the 5 bomb. You still pick Mike Evans full PPR over Shepard and Rondell Moore, even with Jalen Ramsey shadowing. I don't think it's going to be locked in that Ramsey's going to be on Evans the entire game. I think you could see it go in and out, but I'm still going to go with Evans because Evans has beat Ramsey in the past. These guys have gone back and forth. If he ends up scoring a tutty, you're going to be upset. Plus, there's no Antonio Brown. We know they're going to be throwing the football. I'll still take Mike Evans. But I do have him lower because of the matchup. Villamai U with the 5 bomb and a full PPR flex, either Javonte Williams or LaVisca. I'll go with LaVisca since it is a full PPR, or flex both and sit Damian Harris. You're not sitting Damian Harris. Peyton, postal weight, Thielen or Chris Carson at the flex in a full PPR. Why can't you play Thielen? Like, why don't you have Thielen in your regular lineup?
Yeah.
What? Oh, you have AJ Brown and CD Lamb, so you can only start 2 wide receivers.
Man.
Hold on a second here because I got to see. Where do I have Thielen? I have Thielen at 10.
Yeah, I mean, Thielen should be pretty high. I would probably have Thielen over A.J. Brown at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, Thielen over A.J. Brown.
Now, that becomes the do you flex A.J. Brown or Chris Carson. To me, I think Chris Carson is still the safer play, the safe play going up against Minnesota.
If you need upside, then you go with A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on your matchup, though. DB with the 5 bomb. Dak or Stafford, we're almost caught up. Dak or Stafford, I'm going to go with Dak. Kamara, Eckler, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, TJ Hawk. Who to flex? Robinson, Juju, Galladay, Pittman, Davis, James White, and a full PPR. I go Juju since it's a full PPR. Sunrise Community Fellowship with the 5 bomb. Is that you?
Who?
Sunrise Community Fellowship?
Is that me?
Is that someone you know?
No.
Oh, I couldn't remember your church name. I thought it was close.
No, not even close.
Oh, well, then screw me. Tyson Williams or Jack Doyle at tight end. Wait.
No.
Wait. T. Williams or Jack Doyle at tight end. Who would be T. Williams? Does he mean Max Williams?
That's the only other Williams I know at tight end.
I mean, I've got Doyle over Max Williams. Doyle, Jack Mother and Doyle
right.
over Williams. And then Pollard or Patterson at running back, going to be Patterson for me. Devin Collier, I was offered a trade for Zeke, for Antonio Gibson and A.J. Brown or Robert Woods.
For Zeke?
I'm taking Gibson and A.J. Brown over Zeke.
Yes, I'll take the Gibson and A.J. Brown side. Yes.
Yes, that's the side that I want.
Yep.
Derek Zhang Ing. Hi, guys. Should I trade CMC for Kamara or A. Jones straight up? I would.
Right now, I think I would too. I think I would go Aaron Jones over Kamara
Luis
personally.
Alcantara. What's up, Luis? Javonte Williams, Marvin Jones, Jamar Chase, flex spot, half PPR, Jamar Chase.
Yep.
HG Rammert with the 10 bomb. Hey, guys, should I trade Hawkinson for another running back? Lost Christian McCaffrey to my injured to my other running, Mixon, Hunt, White, and Ingram. I mean, not a great stable of running backs right there, but who's your tight end if you trade Hawkinson? Because CMC could be back in 3 weeks. And if you trade Hawkinson and you have crap and then CMC comes back, for right now, I'm kind of holding steady. Sean Kuhn with the 10 bomb, QB Wilson, wide receiver Bobby Trees, Julio Jones, and Jamar Chase, running back Chubb Gibson, Damian Harris. Pick 2, tight end, Dallas Joe Dirt.
Goddard.
Kyle, that hat's a banger. I need one. Keep up the great analysis, gentlemen. You can in the description. Is it in the description, Jake? The link to our merch?
It's on our website. If you go to our website, there's a merch store on our website.
And there's a link to the website down below.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I need to pick 2. At running back, I'm assuming pick 2 at running back. I'm going to go Chubb and Damian Harris this week, if you mean there.
Okay.
Token Taylor Games, $2.79 donation. Hello from Canada. What up, Token Taylor Games? Great work. Appreciate it. Daryl or Patterson? Patterson, because we don't really know where Daryl Henderson stands right now. Michael Thompson with the 2-bomb flex full PPR. Gordon or Sermon? I'll go with Sermon this week.
Love it. Now, hey, that has been 2.5 hours of nonstop talking. Nonstop. But you know what? It comes with a purpose, right? We started off this show 2.5 hours ago by paying some respects to a man who was lost in this industry. Because of your generosity, because of a 2.5 hour live stream, I can tell you right now, just by looking at it, we've raised $1,000 so far that we're going to send to his family as of right now. So that is great for you guys. We greatly appreciate that support. To be able to make a donation like that on behalf of all of us is great.
This is not on behalf of Jake or Jake and Kyle or the fantasy headliners. This is on behalf of all of you. Yep.
This is not going to be a, hey, Jake sent PayPal money. No, that's not how. I may actually reach out to Kyle Yates, who's a part of that team over there, and really try to do something nice. Like I said, we're not just here. I don't want to go tweet about it because I'm not trying to get a bunch of recognition for things. No, we want to make sure that we're helping take care of the community because we're all a team out there. So that is first and foremost. But the generation we saw tonight is out of control. To be able to raise $1,000 for their family in just 2.5 hours is great.
Ray sent a $1 donation. Thanks, Ray. Fishing with Phil sent a $1 donation. Thanks, Phil. Alexander Gomes with a 5-bomb. Pick 2 running backs in a flex in a standard format. Aaron Jones, yes. Myles Gaskin, yes. And then your flex, I would go with Trey Sermon and a standard.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of times where me and Kyle, real talk, right? We get right up in the camera and we real talk, and it was tough. I'll be the first to. You could see it was tough for Kyle at the start, and he said, "Hey man, you just got to give us some time." It's a difficult thing, right? And we can sit here and we love this game. I mean, we put a lot into fantasy football, a lot. But at some point, you have to separate the game from real life, and real life will always trump the game. And as long as I am doing this, as long as Kyle is here doing this with me, we are not going to ignore the community. We built this entire thing off of community, and we're not doing it just to get likes, to get views, to get subscribers. There's a reason that this number is what it is, and that's because I would hope that by now you all feel connected. You all feel a part of something, because this is not just Jake and Kyle. This is not just the fantasy headliners. This is an entire community. So if you follow us on Twitter, I'm sick and tired of all the crap in the world. I'm sick and tired of opening my social media accounts and everything is negative, 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 negative. TV on, negative, negative, negative. I'm over it. And if one person can make somebody smile, if one person can do something nice for somebody each and every day, it's going to make a difference. And I don't care how big or small it is. The little things matter. And that's what we're doing. And we're going to continue to do that on a day-by-day basis. And we're not just saying it, we're going to show it to people, because if anybody wants to come along and join with us, this is the type of outcome that you can get. A 2.5-hour live stream talking about football, and we can raise $1,000 for a family. That's great. That's what it's all about. And that's way more important than everything else. So we appreciate you guys hanging in there with us. I know we got behind on Super Chats tonight. We did 100%. I've been sending text messages to the guys and saying, hey, anybody that can hop in and help. It's tough, but because it was all for a purpose, because it all had reason behind it, thank you so much for hanging in there with us and being supportive and not getting butt hurt, because a lot of people will turn to hate in the snap of a finger. Trust me, I have seen the hate this week personally. I have seen hate over fantasy football, and I'm done with it. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I don't do this. I'm not somebody who comes on here just because I'm so view hungry that I will let people disrespect me, a member of my team, or a member of this community. If I see it, you're gone, and it's that easy. I can block anybody in 2 clicks of a mouse. I'm done seeing all the hate anywhere. We're going to live our lives, spreading positivity, and that's what it's all about, and that's how it's always going to be here as long as me and Kyle are doing this show.
Tonight, before you go to bed, okay, if you've had any fights lately with anybody, if you're on bad terms with anybody and it's something that you can put to the side, do it. Make sure that the people that you love know that you love them before you go to bed tonight.
Yep. It's important, right? I mean, you're only given one life. You're only given one family, and there's going to be rough times for people out there, but this should be one of those reminders for not just us, but for everybody, that we got to do better as people all around, everywhere, not just fantasy football chats, but everywhere. So that's our little spiel here to end the night. I don't know. I know I see a few more donations coming in, and I want to make sure that I hit those. I don't know exactly which one we left off with here. Alexander Gomes, I believe. Pick 2 running backs in the flex in the standard format: Aaron Jones, Myles Gaskin, Melvin Gordon, Trey Sermon, and KJ Osborne.
I got that one.
You got that one? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Greg
go to
Schroeder was the last one.
All right, Greg Schroeder, trade Mixon for Devontae. I have Rodgers as a good stack. To me, the stack doesn't matter as much as what is your running back depth after that. If you get rid of Mixon, more than likely you're killing your depth. So I would rather have Mixon at this point. Now, if you have 2 or 3 other great options on your roster, okay, I don't hate it, but you don't want to gain something and then lose it somewhere else. So make sure you pay attention to that. KB, full PPR, pick 2 for Chenault, Corey Davis, and KJ Osborne. Ooh, that is tough. In a full PPR, I will gamble and go with Corey Davis and KJ Osborne and hope for the best. V-Sun with a $10 donation. We appreciate that very much. Santosh Lawani, appreciate your donation as well. Mike Petrizo, full PPR, Tyson or Devontae. I'm guessing that's Devontae Smith, and Tannehill or Daniel Jones. Right now I have Daniel Jones higher, and in the full PPR, Tyson or Devonta. I'm guessing that's for running back. If that's Devonta Freeman, I'm still going Tyson Williams 100% there. Roberto Cotto, see your donation. Greatly appreciate that. Santosh Lawani, another donation. Thank you so much. You guys are just absolutely killing it tonight. So glad we can pay this forward to a family that's in need. Overcome, thank you very much for your donation. Voltic Swift, PPR, Henry Ruggs, or Rondell Moore. In a PPR, I'll go with Rondell Moore and hope for the best. Santosh Lawani, again, another donation. Thank you guys very much for this. It's going to be a pleasure for me to make this donation on behalf of all of us. It's going to be it's going to feel good. I mean, obviously we can't fix things, right? We can't make everything better, but I think sometimes just showing support is a way to make things better. Ivan Flores, you guys are great. Thank you for all the support you guys do. Thank you. Appreciate the time in life. Thank you very much, Ivan. We appreciate your commitment to this community as well. Jay Sizzle, for tags, we are more alike than unalike. You only live once. You better believe it. We all gotta treat each other better. Can me or Kyle or even this community, this is now 133,000 because it just ticked over. Can 133,000 people change the entire world? I'd like to try. You know what I mean? Nothing is impossible. I mean, and I think the biggest issue that a lot of people run into is I don't have a big enough platform. What good am I going to do? I'm just one person. But if all those one peoples, and yes, I just said one peoples, join together, you can make a difference. And if you want to be a part of people that are going to make a difference, you found a home, not just for fantasy football, but for that reason right there. Kalafa, he just sent a message that says, love you guys. Appreciate that, my friend. You could have, you've been here with us for a long time. Brett Shugarts, thank you very much for that donation as well. As these keep coming in, this is just sending more and more money to this family. So we greatly appreciate that. Ivan Flores, thank you guys. Again, need some help. Cobb, Marvin Jones, or Debo. I'm going with Debo out of those options. And then Ben, oh man, if Kyle mispronounced the last name, you know I'm going to. Ben Konigsberg, helping change the world. One person at a time. Ben, one person at a time. And as you can see, I mean, it's an emotional thing for anybody. Whether you knew Mike or you didn't know Mike, it doesn't really matter. It's just us as a people coming together at a time when a lot of people hate each other. We're not going to hate each other over here. We're just not. It's not going to happen. A lot of people want to hate in YouTube comments. People want to hate on rankings. I had somebody threaten to invade my home this week if I was wrong on a fantasy football call. Whatever. I'm not putting up with it. You know, I'm just not. I'm a grown-ass man. And that's just the way it's going to be. And I have control, and Kyle has control of what we want in this community, and it's going to be positivity 100% of the time. Last D20 Hero, thank you very much for your donation. Absolutely, thank you. Charles Rickman, just got home, saw the true emotion and love. Giving this for now and one more later. My nephew that is 3 weeks old has had successful heart surgery today. Awesome. Love hearing good, positive news like that. That is what we need more of.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that we need to see people talking about. A lot of people want to jump down somebody's throat and say, your rankings suck. How about you just say something nice to somebody or share a good story? Because that's so much more important. You want to know why the world can suck at times? It's because hate is so easy just to come out of your mouth at the drop of a hat. It's so much more fun when it's positive and having fun, though. So awesome, Charles. Love to hear that. Super pumped that everything worked out well for that. Easy Money Sicilian with a heart out there. Appreciate you. Says Hollywood, Tyler Boyd or Rondell Moore for the flex in a PPR. Right now, I think Kyle would agree. I think Hollywood Brown is the one that's a little bit higher. Yeah. Somebody who's been consistent, right? We've seen it. I like Tyler Boyd this week, but I think Hollywood Brown has the higher ceiling. Sunrise Community Fellowship, sending love and prayers. Thank you very much for that. Brett Shugarts, love you guys in this community. Thank you for bringing us all together. You guys are a part of my family 100%. This isn't just viewers and subscribers. We're all a community here together. Michael Lopez, love tags and learned so much from him. Rest in peace and love you guys. A lot of people did. I mean, this is not just Mike wasn't just a YouTuber. You know, he's been around writing and a part of things for a long time. It's not like he's just some random guy. A lot of people had an opportunity to read his work, to talk to him, and that's why it affects so many of us. You know, I mean, it's not because was he a personal friend of mine? No. I've talked to the guy a couple times, but this is just, it's important to always be respectful to people because like Kyle said, you just never know. You just never know. And could I have maybe been like other people and try to knock his work because we are quote unquote competitors? Yeah, sure. But that's not who we are. That's somebody else can do that. But that's not going to happen here. Gerald Bondock towards tags. Thank you guys. Absolutely. Thank you, Jared, for that Gerald, thank you for that donation. Tim M, much love. Says, I have CMC, Chubb, and Damian Harris. Do I ride those two through the injury or pick up someone, trade away Mike Davis for A.J. Brown? Love that trade. If I get another running back, I'd have to drop Antonio Brown or Chase. Well, you don't want to do that. I just roll with what you got through the injuries and cross your fingers and hope that Chubb and Harris can stay healthy. Judd Smith had to drop had to drop off, but this community is very special and very happy to be a part of it. Thank you for everything on such a difficult night. Thank you, Judd, for the support. Absolutely. Matt Garcia, I don't know Mike, but you guys always help with our fantasy teams. Y'all help and give advice, right or wrong. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Matt. Thank you very much. And then Michael DeBourbon. Bourbon, I could use some bourbon right now, Michael. Rondell or Ruggs as my wide receiver too if Higgins is out. I don't know if this is PPR or not. If it's any type of PPR scoring, I'm going Rondell Moore. If it's straight standard, that's when I'm going Ruggs. Jorge Rodriguez. Hey guys, love your channel. Thanks for all the advice. If I could ask for a flex spot, I have Tyler Boyd, Michael Pittman, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or Fournette. Out of those choices, if you want to play it a little bit safer, it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. If you want to gamble for a slightly higher upside, that's when I go Tyler Boyd. But man, crazy stream. Longest one we've done so far this season, but honestly, well worth it. It's almost midnight here on the East Coast, but this is going to be a great thing. You guys were a part of something tonight bigger than fantasy football, and we thank you. We thank you both. For me and Kyle, we both thank you for that. Absolutely, 100%.
Very much so.
Last one here before we get out. Just see it coming in. Now we've raised another $100, so now we're giving them $1,100. So you guys have been absolutely killing it here. 16 team, half PPR, pick 4. Claypool, Davis, Patterson, Michelle, or Pollard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually we have to not start one of them. We sit one, and right now, honestly, I'm probably going to sit Sony Michelle. Not a great matchup. We don't know what's going on with Henderson, so that's the guy I'm picking. Also said thanks, RIP Tags. And then Jorge Rodriguez, thank you. Thank you, and sorry for the misspelling. No worry, Jorge. And then Luis Alcantar with a $10 donation, which we will send towards them as well. So, great night. I mean, difficult night, but a great night because we get to have some good that comes of it. You know, I mean, we get to grow closer as a community. We get to do something good in the world. We get to help out a fellow coworker or his family, and that's what it's all about. And I strongly recommend. I mean, here it is. We still have 910 people watching, and I kind of want to challenge you. Follow myself. Follow Kyle on Twitter. Our handles are right below us here on the screen. I'm going to try to make it a conscious effort, and I have for the last couple of days, and I need accountability as well. I'm going to start tweeting out things every single day that are just respectful, kind words, simple acts of kindness, whatever it may be. And I want to make sure that people hold me to that, because if I can make a difference, if I can touch any one of those 909 people watching right now, I'm going to do my best to do it. That's why I do this. I don't do this to be a 40-year-old YouTuber. I do this to try to make changes to the world, and that's why we've always done things positive and respectful here, and that's why we always will. Zothmus, see your donation there. Rest in peace. Tags, much love to the family. 100%. 100%. Thank you guys so much for everything tonight. Kyle, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Nope. I will. I'll be live tomorrow for the members only live stream. So I look forward to seeing you all then.
Yep, absolutely. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you once again for spending your Saturday night with us. Timeout Sports. See you guys there. Says you guys are class act. Thank you. Standard Damian Harris or Kareem Hunt. In a standard league, I'm going with Damian Harris there for this week. But hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Good luck to all of you. Looking forward to week 4. And like I said, 923 people watching. Let's all go out there and make a difference. Let's make a difference.
Anthony Frazier with a 20 bomb real quick. Thank you, Anthony, for that awesome donation.
Yep. Thank you, Anthony. So yeah, let's go out there. Let's make a difference as a community. Let's make sure that everybody knows what this community, what Headliner Nation is all about. So for myself, for Kyle, thank you guys once again from the bottom of our hearts. We greatly appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you later.